man.
Let's just go in and like kill all the orcs, right? They're the bad guys, who gives a shit? We just hack and slash and we loot their dead bodies, right? Hack and slash, kill them all, you know, conquer the infidels.
Boy, that campaign sounds like a barrel of fun, doesn't it?
Somebody who's opening a refrigerator and leaning in, right, is the language of a woman. Somebody who's opening the refrigerator and being cut off halfway through that lean is the voice of like a mermaid or a siren.
They're utter shits. They're utter shits.
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, you know, white dudes in a basement. Which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
I just had to be born with empathy and a weakness for socialism and femboys. For socialism and femboys.
For socialism and femboys.
You gotta put a little hot sauce on the taco, you know what I mean?
We want this dwarf to be the dwarfiest dwarf.
Right.
We want the elf to be the elfiest elf.
And just the dashiest dash of Tabasco.
Their voices need to carry across water.
I'm a creative. It's a huge drain, right? Because fans can be awful.
They're utter shits.
When we got the descriptions, they were very adamant. They were like, try not to make it like a white blonde guy. Like, please, like, we love him, but there's like 500 million of them.
You say white lives matter, they don't. White lives don't matter because white lives aren't a thing.
Lube for their rectal adventures.
What's this?
What's this? It's the jacket.
The jacket.
The jacket.
Lutherville, Marina Del X, Otisburg. Otisburg.
Who's this monster? She's got her own place.
Otisburg.
It's a little bitty place.
Otisburg.
Okay, I just wiped it off. That's all. It's a little town.
One girl said she liked big burly orcs with breeding kinks. Okay, I'll just choose the orc boyfriend for her then.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3.
Great, Sam. We dumping chump. It's a landslide, sir.
On guard. It's time to mobilize. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A giant penis.
Did you cry? So much. I went into the house and my wife was like, "What's wrong?" And I just crawled onto her and sobbed.
Oh my God.
And here we go.
There we go. Smiling faces. Smiling faces. Tell I. I heard that song on the way home from the track. I went up to the horse track today, Rogan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did not win a dime.
There are those days. There are those days.
Days where you can't miss, and then days where, well, I couldn't buy a break with $1 million. Everybody, look at this: Nick Laserbeam, Osiris Zoran, Mike D, Israel, Adino, DM.
Look at them all.
HT, Surly, the usuals. Spartan repping it over on Rumble. Same with Gaddafi 61. A fan of the dictator, are you? Gaddafi. How is everybody doing? All right, Rogan.
I got it.
Okay, can you? This is your big test.
Right,
it's your big moment. You passed it.
You
passed it. All right, Badger starting us off. $5. Wife is out of town for work. Mistake on the lake, baby. So the Horde is on my TV. You made it to the big screen, Double D. There we go.
Damn.
Live and in full color. Thank you, Badger, for starting us off right. Already almost 100 in between YouTube and Rumble. First of all, I'll tell you what. I'll do some quick little... I need control here for a moment, Rogan.
It's all yours, Captain.
There we go. All right. We had him on last week.
They're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Always great guests. Always interesting. A lot of interesting stuff to say. And after just a day or so, already 22,855.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Good job, fellas. Bloodmoor. I did put the link for the 2 campaigns that we highlighted last week in the chat. So, yeah, check it out. If you, nice. Cal already pledged. Go ahead. I'll take care of that, Rogan. And also, his Heinous Harvest already over its goal. 3,000, already at 3,500, blowing right by it. So good job, Wonkee.
Absolutely. 28 days to go.
Yeah. Hopefully these guys are, able to get together at North Texas. I know we have some folks, from the chat at North Texas, and I know Wonkee and Black Lodge are also there. So yeah, again, check it out. 2 good products. There's also another.
Wait, there's more.
Another project. Maybe we'll get into it. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start us off. We'll do sort of a soft start here.
Hi everybody. I'm Joseph Goodman of Goodman Games.
All right, old Joe Goodman. Already. So City State of the Invincible Overlord has launched. And this was a pre-launch video for it. All right, so you're supposed to be generating interest, enthusiasm, trying to get everybody fired up for it. So which way do you think Joe's going to go here, Rogan? Do you think he's going to start eschewing the finer points of City State of the Invincible Overlord?
I would hope so.
Yeah. Or is he just going to start apologizing? Let's find out.
If the past is any indication of the future.
Yeah.
We recently announced our City State of the Invincible Overlord crowdfunding project for 5e and CCRPG. In the video you're about to see, some of our product development team is going to tell you about what makes the City State so amazing and why we're bringing it back to 5e and DCC audiences nearly 50 years after it was first released. It really is an amazing setting. But we could have rolled this project out with a lot more clarity. Now, to be clear, Goodman Games absolutely opposes any sort of bigotry, racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, transphobia. We don't want to support it. We don't want to be associated with it.
Shut up, Joe. Shut up. DB, getting it in. Oh, you're the second in tonight, DB. $5. We still love you, as always. Yardog brothers and sword sisters. Back both those Kickstarters. Indeed. They're all good dudes. Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
Yep. They do not hate you. I can confirm. Maybe they'll make fun of you a little bit, but they don't hate you. That is okay.
They make fun of you. They like you.
I was going to say that used to be, we used to call that busting balls, did we
Yes.
not? That is okay. Let's crack-a-lack some more skulls. Indeed. Thank you for starting us off proper. Over, not to be outdone, over on Rumble, Ultra American. Pee Wee Herman fell on hard times, apparently. Yes. I guess there's a documentary about Pee Wee Herman on HBO. Everybody's talking about it. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Ultra American. Yeah, so he's already doing it. Now, the comments to this are pretty funny. Everybody's telling him, stop apologizing, Joe, stop.
Our well-intentioned effort to launch this project in a way that refunds backers of a former failed Kickstarter from another publisher kind of backfired the way we announced it. But rest assured, the funds from this crowdfunding will actually fund refunds to backers of the original City State crowdfunding for the Pathfinder edition from 2014.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our efforts have been, I didn't clarify them perfectly when we rolled it out, and they've been mischaracterized by some folks since then.
Who would mischaracterize them, Joe? Are you talking about me? You're not talking about me, are you?
My question is, where's this guy's shoulders at? He's just a little man.
That is a wispy man.
Yes, he is.
There's got to be some magic ratio for like head to shoulders. I think he fails it. Yes.
I like this one.
Joe, do some... apologize, Sean. Apologize harder. It's not enough.
Please rest assured, we stand for inclusivity and diversity. You can read a lot more detail in the post that's linked below, and there's another video link below where we talk about this in even more details. But for now, we hope you will sit back and enjoy as some of the product development team tells you about really what makes the city state of the Invincible Overlord so amazing, and why you might want to check it out when it comes to crowdfunding soon.
It's so girly, isn't it?
It is. It's
so femmy. So this is not what men do.
if I was new to the hobby and wasn't aware of that setting so long ago, and I see this, I'm hearing about it, I'm like, I am not interested at all in picking this up.
No, I'd be like, what's wrong with it? This guy keeps apologizing. Cal, somehow a Muppet Goodman needs to happen. Yes.
That's true.
Yes, indeedly do. I'll pick up the next one too, Rogan. Give your finger a break there. Patrick, good to see you, brother. My money is going to CNC Advanced Backpack. Advanced Backpack. Did I read that right? Not sorry, Joe. Yeah. Well, if it's going to CNC at all, it's going to a good place, buddy. Yeah. Like I said, those are my three. I've kind of settled in. Like there's three games I pretty much just recommend now. It's CNC, Dragon Slayer, and Shadowdark. Those are the three. I'm not saying there aren't better, not better, but in my opinion, but like there aren't good games as well. Like I know a lot of folks like Hyperborea and games like that. That's fine. I'm just saying I got to kind of limit myself, or I'll just be reading like a grocery list. But yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Good to see you, buddy. CNC Adventures. Yep. There you go. Yep. And Edgelord. I'm tired of this. I'll be keeping Slavs in Aethas. I think you mean slaves. Slaves. Look, I've always said if your campaign world has it, there's nothing wrong with it. You can have it in your game and not glorify it or anything like that. It was never even glorified in the old days.
No.
It was just something. Maybe it was kind of in the background, but if you were ever, dealing with it, wouldn't your character, like Rogan, if you were playing, oh, there's a slave chained up over there, wouldn't a good character go, hey, I'm going to go free that dude?
That's the first thing my character would do.
Yeah.
And most of our characters would do.
It's we're the heroes. All right, so, yeah, Joe Goodman, can't stop apologizing. As far as the... whatchamacallit, there we go. All right, well, shield your eyes, because this kind of sucks, but yeah, $350,000 for 7 days. 7 days of a campaign, they just launched it. It does kind of piss me off that you have someone like Wonkee who is putting his heart and soul into something. Yeah, and I understand this is a company versus a single producer. Even, Black Lodge, they're doing good, a lot of it because, they have a good platform with their channel, and so they're doing pretty good too. But I'm sure both of them would kill to have this much. And this scumbag, Joe Goodman, he can't apologize and, just push this away enough. We apologize for all of the indigenous people that we have offended by, we are also, I think I even looked here. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Oh, good Lord. Thought I saw something about diversity and inclusion. So sickening. Oh, there we go. Yep. Goodman Games is a firm believer in diversity and inclusivity, and we intend to reflect those values in our execution of this project. We'll take the money, but we'll ignore, all the bad stuff we thought, Bob Bledsaw Jr. said. A portion of the proceeds will be directed to charities that support these causes. How much of a portion? God. Imagine if he had some balls and just said, yeah, we're doing it.
Right.
I know Bob Bledsaw, said some stuff, but that was then, and we think this is a great product. We want to get it into your hands now.
Yeah.
Let's all move on.
Yeah. Don't apologize for the past, especially something he didn't do.
Yeah. You'd think he did all this. He did not do it.
I want to thank him.
Well,
I do. I'm like, hey, thanks a lot for slowly destroying your company.
Yeah. I mean, 1,400 backers, still pretty good.
We got one there.
Yeah, let's He gets something for that, Rogan. Why don't you pick something out for him?
Good.
Don't take too long, buddy. Make a decision, Rogan.
Did I do that?
There you go. It's a good choice because Crazy Mouse will not play that for some reason. I think it was one of the first ones he asked for. He's like, yeah, give me Urkel. And then he's like, I don't like Urkel. Asterion, $20. Thank you. Very, very much. Very generous. The constant explaining, re-explaining, and apologizing just makes it worse. Yes. Look into the comments of that video. It's on the Goodman Games channel. Everybody is just like, we stop apologizing, Joe. You have nothing to apologize for. It's getting annoying now. For people who never shut up about having emotional intelligence, you'd think they'd figure this out, but apparently that's too hard. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and thank you again. Very generous, Asterion. Thank you very much.
Popping up.
I'll grab these.
All right, Ryan.
Ryan, $5. Joe's behavior reminds me of a Jordan Peterson tweet from a few years back that seems appropriate again. Which one's that? You don't have to super chat it. See if you can say it in the chat. And it's escaping me right now. Yeah. And by the way, John Osborne, yeah, $200 per backer. Disgusting, isn't it? $10. Crawford of the Crimson Craw. Tell him what he won, Don Pardo.
All right.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham. Don't mind him. He just drunk, that's all.
I don't know why I put the tail on that one. I think I meant to cut it off, but hey, anytime you get some Powers Booth, that's okay. It's a happy accident. I think we'll keep it. Crawford of the Crimson Craw, $10. Do you think Goodman is filming this? Ooh, in the chair in the corner. He might be. He's in the cuck chair.
You got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try.
I understood that.
Thank you, Rogan. By the way, you have to hit those twice. Really? Yeah, when you do it. Otherwise, they'll pop up again. So go ahead, hit the ones that we just played. Go ahead and doing that. While you're doing that, boy, you were a little had an itchy trigger finger there. You were right on that one. Ryan Nikolai, $10. Wow, you will be held to higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. It's a lesson he will learn. He will learn. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's almost like they take special. They take special glee in it. When, one of the people that they got to dance finally goes over the line too far and can't be retrieved anymore.
Yeah, they're cannibals. They can't wait to do it.
Yep. Rogan, we got another one here, buddy.
Dang.
It's our buddy, Chris Miller.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Never, ever. Chris Miller, $10. Joe's riding the coattails of better men for $1. Yeah. And he's throwing him under the bus. You couldn't handle this in a worse possible way if you were trying. Just awful. No dignity, no self-respect. Everybody's just kind of looking at him like, you disgust me, sir. You disgust me. But good point, yes. Remember, guys, Mad Scribe Games, you can always, in all my videos, all my live streams, because I like them so much, Chris Miller, Mad Scribe Games. Check out his full catalog. But especially, coming up soon, the new issue of Mad Scribe Magazine with yours truly in it. Wrote a little adventure I think you can drop into most of your worlds.
I can't wait to see it.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. Edgelord, $2. Goodman is a lesser Randy Marsh. Apologize. Thank you, Edgelord. Lord, we might be caught up. Yes, I think we are caught up. So let me show you another. Also, guys in the chat, halfling, elf, or dwarf, a GUN to your head. Who you got? Rogan, halfling, elf, or dwarf?
Dwarf.
I got a feeling that's going to be like 80 to 90%. Chat, let us know. Halfling, elf, dwarf. Yeah, it's going to be all dwarf.
Right.
Everybody. All right, jumping on you. Badger, $5. As I've said before, if you really want, just wait a bit and buy it on the used market so Goodman gets zilch from it. Yeah, one thing that I've noticed too, look at all those dwarves in the chat. There's a couple elves, more elves than I thought. Jason Farrell, nice of you to come out in June. You too, Blue Suzuki. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yes. It was a trick question, guys.
It's better than a half.
You're on a list now. You're on Double D's list. Patrick Demo. I feel like breaking out the Padme line. You're breaking my heart, Patrick. You're breaking my heart. Not one halfling. All right. You guys have redeemed yourself so far. Not one halfling. Tabaxi, Boss Bully Boy. What are you doing? Asterion Moloch. Again, $5. I like half elves, so an elf is close enough. Okay, fair enough. No. Elf is fine. In our little kind of mini Shadowdark thing, Mrs. D is an elf. She wanted to go wild. Wanted to go crazy. Okay. So I warned you guys about him. So sometimes you guys just have to remember that I'm usually right, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but usually I'm right. I'll just say that. I didn't know who this clown was. Jorf Dan. The PH is silent. This was over on Blue Sky. I think Ironcaster sent me this. Thank you, Ironcaster. There we go. Democrats, if they want to revoke habeas corpus, then arrest those Republicans. You must have some police willing to follow orders. Don't give a reason, just do it. They won't understand unless it applies to them specifically. Take away the rights of the wealthy. Some of you guys were saying, oh, I like his content. His content is okay. It's okay. Well, there you go. Take away the rights of the wealthy. Marxist clown. Jorf Dan.
Yeah. What's with the PH? The PH is silent. Like,
well, you are a PHAG, and the PH is not silent. Figure that out. Jason Farrell. Hi, all grognards. Need the 411. $5. Well, you came to the right place. The chat will give you the 411. Got to give him change back, though. Yeah, Jorf Dan, this is a bad YouTuber. Somebody was asking in one of my videos, can I get a list of like all the good channels to follow that aren't these like lunatics? And I'm like, I was thinking, of course, like he meant other than mine, like Black Lodge, of course, RPG Pundit, Basic Expert, Beck Me Berserker, all good channels, that are either not woke, anti-woke, or just, all about kind of gaming. I guess Professor Dungeon Master too. I'd throw him in there too. I like PDM. Seems like a pretty good dude. But yeah, guys like this, just yammering out on Blue Sky. Nope. But some good news. Okay, this was taken just a couple days ago, and I checked it today. We are in June, and that means there was plenty of multicolored flags in everybody's bio. Let the virtue signaling begin at midnight on June 1st. That's the way it used to be. But I am mildly pleased and impressed with D&D. Nary of a rainbow to be seen. No pandering as of yet. Not to be confused with Paizo, of course, who has, of course, taken over. Some people say they've taken over for a while. I posted these on X, and people are like, what do you mean, dude? They've been worse forever. I don't know. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Like, individually, I think, like, Paizo, because they had, like, Jessica Price and all those, like, a couple of trans weirdos working for them. But, like, as a company, I don't know, I always kind of thought, at least up until, like, I don't know, I guess maybe the same time as Wizards of the Coast, kind of kept it a little bit under control. But yeah, they're completely lost now. of course, they are now much worse, I think, than D&D. D&D is just kind of sad. I don't think they. It's like watching an old friend, and they're just like beaten down, and just life has just kicked them in the nuts.
It's the drunk guy keep going in the bar and continually getting thrown out.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, throw that one up there, buddy. Steiner Math confirms a 126% chance Joe Goodman is a bottom. Be good. Come on now. So much for loving Appendix N. Crawford of the Crimson Craw. Get me into trouble there, buddy.
Amen.
Yeah, so we'll see how long it lasts. For now, I must give mild kudos. We have to give very mild kudos. Look, when they do something okay, even if it's a bar literally like this far off the ground, we should at least acknowledge that they have gone over it. Let's see. Do I have anything else to go before we get into the main topic? You're going to love the main topic, Rogan.
I'm anxious.
Daggerheart. Ooh.
I've been really curious about it. I know very, very little about it.
So it is made. It was kind of made at the behest of the Critical Role folks. It's their game. They're such a big economic concern, I guess, if you will, that they wanted their own system to, I don't know, I guess, do their live plays with. Okay, but I think they bit off a little bit more than they can chew. Because this game I think it's going to backfire on them. Okay, so here it is. Let's go through it. Okay. First of all, thank you. Had a loyal subscriber loan me a copy of their book. I promise I will give it back as soon as the stream is over. Scout's honor. That cover, as I've said before, the cover has been released for a while now. Just a bad cover. Again, the execution individually of everything, okay, is fine. If you want to do a frogman, that's an okay frogman. If you wanted to do yet another boss woman with white hair, okay. And then we got a big Starship Trooper bug there, and two guys facing it. It makes no sense in conception, does it?
It does not tell a story. You can't get around it.
Yeah, no. I mean, because the guy's in the foreground, who has his back to you, he's fighting, obviously, this creature.
But you barely notice him.
Yeah, you barely notice him because everything is so washed out. And you got these gigantic heads and this gigantic frog just popping out of the back. I don't care what you say. You can tell me anything you want. This is a terrible cover. Absolutely terrible. Awful. Every bit as bad as any Wizards of the Coast cover. Every bit as bad. I do not like this. So we're off to a rough start already. Okay, so this is, I want to warn you guys, this is worse than D&D 2024 as far as this kind of stuff. Do you see the scars there, Rogan?
Oh no. Oh
yeah.
No. Oh,
I did some highlights. There is a scar on the other side. These scars don't just magically appear symmetrically. Don't tell me it's like groomed armpit hair or something. That is a top surgery scar in a fantasy role-playing game.
Oh, whoops.
Marvelous Mr. Mean, $10. Tell him what he won.
Pay that man his money.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Remember to hit it twice so it doesn't come back up. Nothing on that cover screams fun or epic. No. It's terrible. Triple M. Terrible. Just it's dead. It's just absolutely dead. It's like you see something like this. Oh, I got Daggerheart, and you know what? You see this, and your shoulders sag slightly. Even if you're a huge Critical Role fan, it may go down just a little. But if you're just a normal person, you're like, ugh, your shoulders just kind of go, oh man, terrible. And then you flip through a random page. Well, there you go. Female to male. Explain it as anything other than that.
I just can't.
Yeah, you do see the scar there, right? I'm not going crazy because I'm used to in my life people going like, "Oh, Double D, you don't know what you're talking about," and I'm like, "Did I just?"
You kind of see it on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Yep. Osiris Zoran. Yeah. Zipper cuts. Yep. There you go. Awful. I saw this and I was just like, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yes, the art is cringe.
We'll get to more of it. I can't show it all, obviously, because I don't want to get hit by these clowns. So I think I showed a fair representation for a review, which is what I am doing for the record. All right, so you open the book. Look at these. All right, if you saw the cover and you felt like, not off to a good start, and then one of the very first pages are the touchstones. All of the inspiration. All right, well, you're used to seeing like, yeah, if you're a fan of those old, 80s fantasy movies, or you like, the pulp fantasy classics, you're going to love this game. This is like a very detailed list of folks that I think they just ripped off. First of all, it's highly odd to give other tabletop RPGs that many kudos and shout outs as a touchstone, as they call it. But holy crap.
That's pathetic.
I mean, is that all of them? Did they get them all?
But wait, there's more. Who have they not put on their lists?
Yeah. I mean, what do you do to not be an inspiration for this game?
Make money.
Yes. Yeah, good one. Hey, what spices are we going to put into this this pot roast? Oh, just grab them all. Are you sure? No, just grab them all. Just grab them all. That's good. We're good. Okay. Go ahead and get Alex Clark's there, buddy. $5, Alex. Your loyal subscriber loaned you a visual aid. Yep, exactly. Also, have you checked out Old Swords Reign? I have not. I'll write it down, though. Can't guarantee I'll do it tonight, but I am writing it down. Old Swords Reign. Got another one there. It's our buddy. Right. Now, he has a very specific one, Rogan. Do you know which one it is?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know.
Do you see Yosemite Sam there?
Where'd he go? Oh, here.
Clear out of here!
Good job. Talking bad about Daggerheart may make J. Scott Garibay rage, cry, and crash out at you. He claims it as good as D&D 6e. Oh boy.
Really?
I'll have to check it out. We wanted to give Scott a wide berth for a couple of weeks, James, just because we did that one for about 3 weeks. So I'll definitely check it out, though. Maybe we'll circle back and we'll start to lightly go with Scott again. Chris Miller, $5. They probably just copied and pasted the Gamers for Harris list. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
That is.
Yeah. God. I mean, this is...
They keep coming. They keep coming.
Patrick, $5. How much you want to bet you can go down this list and have no clue how each inspiration contributed to this horse show? Well, there is one, and I will show you. And it's not... I don't think it's necessarily a good thing. But I will definitely point it out when I get to it. Why would a fantasy character get surgery when they could just as easily cast a true polymorph spell? Exactly. They want to be trooned so badly, then at least make it make sense. It never makes sense with them ultra-American. You know that. You know how the game is played. Thank you, though. Ryan Nikolai, $5. Magic could make you saying pretty much the same thing. I'm sure you guys typed it at the same time. Magic could make you a literal woman. So you then choose to be trans. Make it make sense. Same issue that Paizo refuses to acknowledge. Yep, because it's not about the game. It's not about logic. It's not about fun. It's about the message. It's all about the message. John Osborne, and then we'll do
22, 23, 24, and they stay up to 25.
love it. Make sure you hit him twice, or we'll get spammed with him once we go off the page. John Osborne, $10. We should hope Daggerheart is super successful and draws all the people it is written for away from other parts of the hobby. Yeah, there's a case to be made for that.
That's a pretty good strategy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, they can have their game and leave us alone. Yeah, almost like here's your slop. Enjoy it. Yeah, okay. I could see that. Go ahead and pick up Alex's, then we'll continue on. Just to clarify, visual aids, not an aid. not an aid that helps. There's no help to be found in that book. All right, I'll start taking my course of AZT right after the stream. Alex, thank you, buddy. Yeah, there is one game that they call out here. When we get to it, I'll do it. And then special appreciation. I mean, this is just really weird. It's weird that you would have a TTRPG section and then a special appreciation section where they just essentially name those things over again. And it is kind of telling you like, oh, they're doing more than just using this as inspiration. They're kind of stealing like mechanics from this, as well as maybe some inspiration. So when I saw this, I kind of chuckled. By the way, Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin as an inspiration for this game. I
don't think they ever read the books or watched the show at all.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want. I mean, everybody hated how it ended, but I mean, it certainly had a certain tone to it. To think that this game in any way represents that tone, you gotta be kidding me. So here we go. First thing I noticed. It looks like a slick corporate presentation. You get stuff like this.
Right.
It's got that kind of that gold font on the white page. Soulless. Completely soulless. There's nothing firm about this. When you look at this, it looks slick. Like you're trying to impress midwits and retards. I do not like this. Do not like it at all.
I'm gonna hit this.
Yeah. Thank you very much. DB, member for 7 months. Much appreciated, amigo.
Awesome.
Much appreciated. All right, so I immediately notice, boy, this kind of looks really corporate. And then I see things, player best practices. Go ahead and let that one go for a little bit. We'll pick it up in just a sec. Player best practices. What else screams corporate bullshit than the term best practices? Are you kidding? Oh, GM best practices. Huh. And then I start to see this stuff, Rogan. Questions to consider for GMs. Ilea's roll with hope to finish off the Skeleton Knight means that the PCs would have been able to act again before the archers. Those archers hadn't taken any damage, but Stella described them falling apart after the knight died. Do you feel like that was a satisfying end to the combat? Or would you have had the archers keep fighting?
Now complete the video 5 exercise. What would you do?
That's how I felt. I have to do 1 million of these for my job. And I started chuckling. I'm like, this is literally like one of those corporate videos where you have to answer the frickin' thing. Stella allowed Rune to make 2 jumps using the arcane door spell rather than making him roll for each casting. When a character is using an ability like that, do you want to call for a roll for each use? Or let one roll represent chaining the ability a couple of times, like Stella did?
Now complete the video 5 exercise. What would you do?
Go ahead, throw those up there, bud. Cal, Joe Goodman here, apologizing for Daggerheart. Good one. Good one. By the way, your name is Toby. Snake Oil Sean, my man getting it done. Give him something, Rogan. Give him something.
Whoops.
I got you now, you son of a bitch. You're Daisy if you do.
There you go. Daisy if you do. Thank you so much, Sean. Much appreciated, buddy. All you guys for making it happen. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the show so far.
Very generous.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's interesting. One second here.
I would say that's a grand disappointment, but I wasn't really expecting any.
Yeah.
Now complete the video 5 exercise. What would you do?
There we go. There we go. What'd you do? What'd you do, Rogan? So yeah, so you get a lot of this, like it's almost like an insult to your intelligence. Anybody who works at a big corporation recognizes these types of things. Dagger HOA. Jason Farrell, good one. I want a certificate after this training. Into Gerald. Chris, you're leaving already? I have to go early tonight. Great stream. Can't wait to rewatch later. All right, buddy. You're excused. You're excused.
Get these here?
Go ahead. Triple M, Marvelous Mr. Mean, $5. The format of those pages looks like the sexual harassment posters at my work. Yes. People, I'm not just kind of using it as an insult. It literally did like call up all of these soulless corporate communication brochures and communications to employees. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Triple M.
Whoops.
Bruce Maximus, $5. A book basically full of, sure, rules, but how about fudging every rule? And then we'll get to that, buddy. Yep. Also, scenes, theater kid detected. Yep. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, so core mechanics is the spotlight. This is some games will tell you, like, oh, the core mechanic of this game is you roll a die 20 against a target number. You know, you always want to roll high.
That's a mechanic.
Mm-hmm. Mechanic for this one? The spotlight.
Uh-huh.
Anytime a character becomes the focus of a scene, they're in the spotlight. Woo! Thank you. I'm an attention whore.
But that's the DM's job.
Maybe he awards the spotlights. Now, keep in mind, I have not gone through this all the way. I pretty much just got this, I think, yesterday or maybe late the day before. So I did a pretty fair read through. And I can, of course, like I said, I can only show certain things because I don't want any trouble with the CR folks. But I think you'll get the general gist. Even if many characters are involved in a dramatic moment, there's often one character leading the action. Yeah, an attention whore. This might be the PC pulling their ally to safety. All right, the NPC haggling over the price of rare goods, or the adversary attacking with their foul weapon. The spotlight organically moves around the table as scenes unfold, but the mechanics of the game might also determine where the spotlight goes next. You never know where it's going to go next. It's just going to jump around. For example, if a player rolls with fear on their duality dice, we'll get to that in a moment, during combat, the mechanics allow the GM to then spotlight an adversary to act against the heroes. So you're thinking like, well, that sounds a little loosey-goosey. And I would say, yes, it's very loosey-goosey. Since Daggerheart is a collaborative and conversational storytelling experience between the GM and players, combat has no initiative order, no rounds, and no distinct number of actions you can take while in the spotlight.
That sounds very attention whorish.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead, fights play out narratively from moment to moment, just like non-combat scenes. This freeform combat gives players the freedom and opportunity to team up, respond on the fly to narrative changes in the scene, and follow the fiction. They say this a lot in this game. Just follow the fiction, bro. Follow the fiction.
Oh, that's something like that's corporate speak right there.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. Follow the fiction.
Yeah. It's got electrolytes. What is the fiction? If they aren't mechanically locked into combat. Well, you can't be mechanically locked into combat. There's no rules for it here. Everything is just so like story driven, as they say it, half-assed as I say it. Players might find it easier to choose a solution other than violence. So of course they got to throw this in there. Don't be so violent, such as having their characters flee from their opponents or come to a temporary truce with their enemies. I'll grab these, Rogan. This is the first one we missed, right?
Yes.
Okay. L.J. Costanzo. Okay, just throwing in a $5 just for you actually putting up with exposing this chud to us.
Well, thank you.
My pain is your gain. Thank you, LJ. Appreciated. Craig for $5 Canadian. Hey, buddy, I see you're playing Daggerheart. I didn't know you were gay.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, probably will be said. Julio, thank you very much. Member for 5 months. Oh, Cal, I always knew you were a theater kid at heart. I seem to like the spotlight. Can't keep a ham down. I think we're caught up there. Uh-oh. There we go. Rogan, have you been taking your tech classes?
I have. Finger crossed. I have.
Okay. Just got a very very disturbing message that OBS had disconnected. Julio, give him something there, Rogan.
All right, what do we got here?
The gun is good.
The gun is good.
The penis is evil.
Yeah, sorry guys, I have no idea. OBS glitch. Yep, just like DSP gets. Yep, Matthew's sentence.
Can you hear us?
They can hear us now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got a notice that said it disconnected for like 2 seconds.
I think someone's trying to hack.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything though. You didn't miss anything. We didn't say anything.
And we're off. And we're off.
All right. Let's. 1 second. 1 second. I have no idea. All right. I think speed test were okay. I don't know what is going on with fucking. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. OBS is doing OBS stuff. Dang. We will continue to we will continue to carry on. Glitch in the Matrix, yeah. Glitch in the OBS. Not sure. Honestly, we haven't really it's not like I'm taxing the system at all. I'm just doing what I normally do. We're only restreaming out to X and Rumble.
That OBS is Trixie and false.
I think we may have to. We have 199 now. Al Gore making faulty. Okay, if it happens one more time, what I might do on the fly is see if I can switch over to EV Mux. It may just be. So I'll tell you what. I may feather the nest there. While you guys, Rogan, do you just want to talk? Tell everybody what you're thinking about this. What are you thinking about this game so far?
I think that this isn't a real game. It's a game, but it's not a real game. It is merchandise for their show.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. No one's really going to be able to play it. No. And they're not actually playing it when they're doing it as well. They're not. They're just doing their theater kid stuff.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
For sure.
What does everyone else think?
Yeah, chat.
Now complete the video 5 exercise. What would you do?
What would you do, chat? What would you do?
I learned a new joke last week. I told it at work, and I got booed.
Booed?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's not very nice.
I'm willing to tell it.
All right. Every time I say, all right, let's start up again.
All right.
It goes, fuck you, OBS,
Oof.
for doing this to me. Fuck you. Like I said, we had like almost 200 on YouTube.
Money Matt, you're right. He might be attacking the stream.
Yep. Running a one-shot. If you want to run a one-shot, a short adventure that only spans 1 or 2 sessions, you can use the following guide to build out a quick collaborative session with your players. It's literally like a Mad Libs. Did you remember those?
Yeah.
You used to do them like with your on long trips in the car.
Yeah.
Mom would get out the Mad Libs. Our story takes place within the kingdom of, fart. We are currently traveling through Uranus, best known for Klingons. God, I mean, I had to. This is another one. I kind of had to look twice. Like, are you serious? Really?
I think they spent more time on writing the thank yous rather than actually building rules.
Yeah.
This is like free play. For like 30 kids standing around and polishing their skills. It's not. It's unscripted for the better part.
Yep.
But better than that, boom.
James, give him something. Give him something. Give him something. Give him anything.
There's a way.
Damn right. You can always tell when a joke becomes a dad joke because it will be apparent. Oh, apparent. Yuck, 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 yuck.
That was fun.
I got it, James. I got it. I got it. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we have the Mad Libs. All right, so this is the actual, the core rules of the game. Add extra dice and modifiers. Okay. So the thing is you roll 2d12. Instead of 1 die 20, you roll 2d12. One essentially black, one white. One fear and one hope. And whichever one is higher, that tells you you add them up still. But do you do it with fear or you do it with hope? Yeah. Advantage or disadvantage is a die 6 added to it or subtracted from it.
So you have to roll the 2 dice for everything, whether it's fear or not.
Yeah. That's I guess that is the core mechanic. They should have said that like first off rather than the other stuff.
So that doesn't make sense. I can understand that in certain situations.
Mm-hmm. But it's for a supposedly like rules light game. There's problems here. Some features allow you to add additional dice to your roll. For example, a bard can give you a rally die, which you can add to an action, reaction, or damage roll of your choice. Set these dice aside for your roll. Okay. Occasionally, other effects might give you additional dice. Then you're supposed to count the modifiers that apply to your action roll, which is the 2 die 12, setting aside that many character tokens to help you keep track. When I saw this, I'm like, we need tokens just to make a roll? First, you choose your chosen trait. Add or subtract the value of the trait you and your GM chose for this roll as the modifier. Instead of like you have an 18 charisma, it's a +2, +3. They just kind of forego the big number and just give you the +1, +2. Okay, fair enough. Experience. If you have an experience that you think applies to the situation, describe how your experience helps your chance of success. Then spend a hope per experience to add its modifier to your roll. The GM might ask you for more information to justify the experience. Okay. Then there's class features, subclass cards, and domain cards. Sometimes class features, subclass cards, and domain cards add a modifier to your roll.
So now you have 2 decks and chips.
Yes. Yeah. Keep an eye on your character sheet and cards. Well, you gosh darn have to. Add or subtract bonuses or penalties from your equipment, items, or other sources.
So that's separate then, right?
Yes.
Holy shit.
counting. Once you declare what modifiers you're applying to your action roll, grab that many character tokens. Tokens aren't dice, they're counters. You add to your hand to help total your results. Okay, like I said, this is a very unintuitive game. It's an extremely unintuitive game.
No, I mean, yes.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
When you need special tokens to help you keep track of just what you need to find a secret door, to con your way or sneak your way past somebody, I'm sorry, it's busted. It's DOA. Yes. DOA. Go ahead, get Ultra Americans there. We'll grab some of these. Before I don't even want to jinx it. I was told by my ex-girlfriend I needed to get in touch with my feminine side, so I crashed the car and ignored her all day. Oh boy. Hey,
oh, yeah. I'm going to use that one.
Yes, sir. Love it. Patty. I posted on X a nice piece of Patty art he's doing for Isle of the Cursed. Looks great, amigo. All your stuff. Lost $40 promoting on X. Hoping the divers will help me recoup while styling this summer. Celebrate White Dwarf Summer. There you go. Copy and paste that. He's got a lot of stuff for sale. I got the Lady Brenna hoodie, kind of like t-shirt hoodie for Mrs. D. It's good stuff. Comes pretty quick. Help Patty out.
Great
Good
art.
dude.
Great art.
Yep. Loyal fan. Great artist. And love working with him. Look forward to working with him again soon here too. Thank you very much, buddy. All right. We caught up, looks like.
Yeah, caught up.
All right. So you have to count all these freaking tokens. For example, if you have a -1 to agility and a +2 modifier from an experience you're utilizing, you have a +1 total modifier to the roll, so set aside 1 token to represent that. Okay, but we're not done yet. Roll the dice, okay? Once you've gathered your dice and tokens from step 2, roll the dice at the same time. Add the results together, then counting each token as 1, add or subtract your tokens to get the final result. Tell the GM the number. But we also have I'm not lying here, adding bonuses to rolls. Some features give you, or another player, a bonus to your action rolls, damage rolls, or reaction rolls. So do you need a token for this? What is this? Unless otherwise specified, all bonuses must be added before you make the roll. Oh, I'm sorry, it's before you make the roll, but do you still need a token for it? For example, if a bard gives you a rally die, you must choose to use it before you roll rather than after you see the results. Busted. Busted, busted, busted.
Yeah, so I don't even know where to begin.
People are going to look at this and go, what?
So
It
starts with rolling 2 dice, a black one and a white one.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason.
Yep.
The fear and a non-fear, whatever it is. And
hope.
Then,
fear and hope.
Yeah, fear and hope. And then you have to roll some D6s.
And plug in, you get pluses.
Yeah. So and then you have essentially 2 kinds of cards, and I forget their names right now, and you need them, and they do something, and then you get chips, and not the good kind, not the kind that you can eat.
No.
And so then you do all that, and you have to figure out something, and then...
And on top of that, you may also have bonuses to your rolls before. Way over... This is just over-designed. That's why it's slop. This is over-designed slop.
I just think they had a lot of ideas, and they threw it on a corkboard and had 5 darts.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and Sean, 2 die 12 as the main dice. 2 die 12. Players get to roll 2 die 12. Now, obviously, you start playing this for a while, you're going to get the hang of it, but there's still a couple of steps there that take you out of the moment, I think.
I just think that after one game, someone has to go and get therapy.
It's only if you roll with fear. It's only if you roll with fear. Yeah, so then you're supposed to just resolve it. If your total exceeds the difficulty, the action succeeds. You get what you want. If the total is below, the action fails. You don't get what you want. But with one exception, as described in the duality dice. If your duality dice both roll the same number, you critically succeed. So a critical hit is if you rolled pairs, like 2 1s, 2 2s, etc. Even if it wasn't enough to meet the difficulty. The pairs, I guess, are fine, but it kind of seems unintuitive that you would roll snake eyes on a die 12 and be like, "Hey, I succeeded," when you supposedly always want to roll high. Again, I think it's bad design. The game is therapy, says Aaron. There isn't relentless. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, no,
yeah.
and there's more.
So there we go.
So it's a chart without charts.
Yeah. So on a critical success, you just follow along. You get what you want. Okay. On a success with hope, you pull off as well and get what you want. You gain hope. You get what you want on a success with fear, but the GM gains fear. On a failure with hope, failure with fear, blah, 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 blah. All right. So they said it early on, and it does take a lot, and I mean a lot of inspiration from the Genesis game from Fantasy Flight, which they use for first Star Wars when they had the license. And then a couple of house settings, and then before it finally went away. And I will say, we played this for Star Wars. I think we had a pretty good time with it.
Oh, absolutely, loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. I will also say, as a DM, it is draining. It can be draining because each of these dice stand for something. And I will give Fantasy Flight credit for something here. They didn't just like try to amalgamate, 10, 100 different games and then just make a board of like Frankenstein. They actually did try to design a game around these dice. And some people liked it, some people didn't. I always gave them credit for it, and I think it played reasonably well. It did. There was a learning curve.
Yeah,
there's definitely a learning curve, but it puts a ton of pressure on the GM and even some on the player because you're always having to come up with something like, "Ooh, I succeeded with a bit of a boon or a bane," So you're always having to come up with, you unlock the door, but you got a splinter while doing it. You snuck by the guard, but once you're out of his purview, you fell flat on your face and now have a bloody nose. All right. It seems fine for a while. And a little of that goes a long way. A little of that is flavor. A lot of that is just draining. And sometimes as a DM, you just want to say, all right, you succeed. Let's move on.
Right.
You open the freaking door. Let's just move on. Or you sneak by. Let's just go. But again, this is a game that puts a lot of pressure on the DM. But remember, this game is not made for, I think, the average, Johnny lunchbox. And it's kind of just made for online, like live plays. So they can just fudge shit that seems like would be entertaining to a crowd of people watching. So yeah, so you have all this stuff to do. You have to remember, keep track of this. It's a bit. It's a bit. Ultra American. Does DH also contain the alternative Reddit rules known as hugs and kisses? If you know, you know.
Now.
Daggerheart, yeah. Thank you very much, Ultra American. I need Garibay to tell me what color dice and what color crayon this game is. This is a white dice, green crayon. No, that's too good. This game is a brown dice with black crayon. Yeah. So in the end, they ended up stealing most from Genesis with this whole duality dice. This is just kind of a tricked out version of Genesis. There you go. I'm on to you, Critical Role. All right. And they kind of they want to have it kind of both ways. So there's a lot more complexity in just a regular like characteristic roll or, essentially like skill roll or roll to do something than need be. So you're attacking and you're kind of doing the same thing. But, and God, this always drives me crazy. All right. So if you hit, as I understand it, you roll your damage dice. You add all the values together, then any modifiers to determine the result. And the GM marks hit points based on that damage. So you're like, well, what's the difference? So I think what happens here is you roll for your weapon's damage. Okay? And then that comes off of an armor number. So there is like armor, essentially like armor soak in this game, if you remember that mechanic. And then what's left, you have to figure out. So you're doing 2, and I think maybe even like 3-step math here. You're figuring out the original damage. You roll the dice. You subtract the armor as soak. And then what's left, you apply to this stupid chart here. Is it minor damage? Is it major damage? Is it severe damage? Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, what if it's major damage? Well, if it's major damage, it's equal to or above your major threshold, but below severe. God. You mark off 2 hit points. All that.
Why?
All that. You could be rolling a bunch of freaking dice. Nothing will get a player more disappointed than, oh man, I'm rolling, 2 die 10 for this damage, here. Oh, this is great, great, great. And you're like, oh yeah, that's a great little roll you got there. Yeah, it'd be a shame if somebody took some armor off of it, applied it through a extruding chart here, and then winnowed it down to, yes, 1, 2, or 3 hit points.
That hit points versus damage, that's just crappy.
Not only that, Rogan. Okay, so this would be bad enough as a player to kind of keep track of this, but doable, I guess, because you're not doing anything else. Again, this game puts so much pressure on the GM. It's hilarious. You have to do this for every monster. You have to do this for every monster.
Oh my gosh! So why not just make it hit points or hit points? Give them the freaking, give them the set amount. Don't equal, 3 damage equals 1 point. That's just garbage. It's nuts.
I'm telling you, I saw this and I was like, I couldn't imagine like being a DM and running a huge combat. I kept waiting. Like, there's got to be a shorthand, right? There has to be a shorthand for monsters.
Right.
No, there's no shorthand for monsters where, you just take the damage as rolled and apply it to either a higher total for the monster. No, they have the exact same mechanics. So you got a horde of 20 zombies. Oh wait, did your attack after I subtracted this zombie's wearing a bracer? So that takes off 2. So that leaves us with severe damage. Oh, no. You're just below the threshold for major damage. Oh, congratulations. You did 2 hit points to him. It's still up. Oh, great.
That's insanity.
It's a fucking retarded is what it is. Fucking retarded. All right. I hope we didn't miss any. No, I think we got him. Yeah. All right. Good. Oh, we are going to have something here, Rogan.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
That's right. That's what the creators of Daggerhearts, that was their whole design philosophy. It's about sending a message. $10 Badger. In my preparation for the stream, I read a few Daggerheart reviews and the word clunky was frequently used. Yeah, that's for people that wanted to like the game but just couldn't bring themselves to say that it was a piece of shit, which this game is. I think even including Orion Akaba and a scantily clad chick washing a car would make it appealing. Yeah, that would probably help a little bit, Badger. Not enough, though, to push it over the goal line. This confuses me, and I'm qualified to run a reactor on a submarine, says DB.
Dude, I agree with
you. Yes! Is it not crazy? Mercurius is here, as always. Give him something.
Oh, where's it at?
He's in the inner circle.
Yes,
he's grandfathered in. All right. Give him something. Something good. Anything, Rogan.
I'm trying to find it.
Anything.
Where we at?
Anything at all, Rogan. There you go. Thank you. Thank you for the membership, buddy. Much appreciated. Alex Clark, $2. This has the same feeling as doing taxes. Yeah, doesn't it? There's no fun here. There's no pulse pounding action. There's no, skin of the teeth escapes. This is it's like garbage. It's all fucking garbage. This damage mechanic, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, for a rules light game that's all about like loosey goosey. Hey, all right, I think it's your turn now. Hey, bro. No, you can go. Yeah, it's okay. And then to lay this on them. Whew. Wow. pour one out for the poor ass DMs who got a gift copy of this, and their group wants them to run this.
Do they provide an app for this that you can track it on your tablet or your smartphone?
Maybe someone will make it. I'm not sure it would help though. It's just, look, you got a million things going on as a DM. Like, all right, I gotta think about this. What's going to happen next? I mean, I understand there's some games, where there might be a few more rules, but at least they sort of make sense.
Right.
This 2 and 3 step math and checking charts drives me crazy. I don't like it. I never have. I never will.
It's excessive.
Oh, excessive is that is an understatement, my friend. Look at Jeff from $10 over on Rumble. He's got something coming too, Rogan. Psycho Sid. Good choice, Rogan. Good pull.
Thank you.
Jeff from Denkar, $10. The more you talk about this game, the more it seems like it's meant to be a shelf filler to virtue signal that you got your proper ideology and not be actually played. Well, I'm sure some people will try. They will give up after a short period of time, buddy. Absolutely, they will. Bruce, $2. Be there any interesting, useful innovations? Yeah, I didn't see any. At first, I was like, well, maybe this hope mechanic. I guess, maybe there's the kernel of something there, but it just, honestly, I don't think it can work. I mean, it certainly doesn't work here. This is just ridiculous.
It's a giant sandbag.
And by the way, you can just clear your hit points. So when you go through all that effort just to do 1, 2, or 3 hit points, as a DM, you're laying it on your players. They can just take the power nap. I think they pretty much have the D&D power nap, where you can they call it clearing hit. They use these odd terms like spotlight, clearing hit points. Like, oh, I've gone clear. What are we in Scientology here? I've gone clear. Not only that, I mean, I guess for the kind of game it is, whatever. The players use 2d12, so they can get up to a 24. The GM, for some reason, just uses a die 20. After all this, we're different. The DM just uses a die 20. This creates a less predictable outcome for your rolls. Oh, really? Well, the players will have more reliable results. Okay. The swingy nature of the die 20's results help facilitate a variety of outcomes during a session. And remember,
now complete the video 5 exercise. What would you do?
Yeah, what would you do? These are the difficulties. 30 is nearly impossible. I mean, maybe. Seems like you get a shitload of stuff. If you get advantage, you can already hit 30 if you roll max on every dice. I mean, I know that's, not going to... I think we're caught up. Go ahead and you can grab Rob's. Rob McKenna, $4.99. So is this seriously what Critical Role is going to be doing every Thursday from now on? Thank you, Rob. I was wondering that. I'm wondering if Matt Mercer is thinking like, oh, they tried to do me a favor by making a game that was explicitly so a DM could just essentially just do what they want. But then they put this added layer of complexity on everything. He is either going to be, I don't want to say like cheating, but he's going to be taking shortcuts, I think, with the math. Or maybe at some point in the future, they just kind of quietly go back to another game. This is a fucking turkey. This game is a turkey. All right, so that's mechanically the things I want to call out. There's also like a stress fatigue mechanic too, which gives you a condition for an added layer of complexity.
How can we fuck it up more?
Yeah. Yes. So remember, guys, collaborate at all times, especially during conflict. When you're the GM, the players are your collaborators, and their characters are the protagonists of the campaign. You're all working together to tell an exciting, memorable story where the heroes face incredible odds. Antagonism between player and GM should exist only in the fiction of the game through the actions of NPCs. Okay. I mean, fair enough, but they make it... They kind of go overboard telling you that the GM has to be in the bag for the players. You don't have to be in the bag for the players. You know, you can cut them a break every once in a while, but... Luis Rivera, 5 memberships. Give him something, Rogan. Tell ya. Heavy hitters coming in tonight.
Like, you've got ogres.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Luis. Excuse me. Alex again. $2. You have to have a condition to want to play this game. Yes. 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 Well done, sir. Well done. Well done. Well done. Yeah, so the GM and the players are supposed to collaborate. In a good game, the DM is supposed to be kind of a benevolent monarch or just the cold world. You know, he can be either. And it should be fine to the players too, you know, if that's the case. It should be fine. Adversary types. They layer this complexity just onto the monsters too. Bruiser, we got bruisers, hordes, leaders, minions, ranged, skulks, social, solos, standards, supports. Are you kidding me? Why? You need 10 different types? I mean, I know D&D and, you know, all the clones, they do kind of have the it's more descriptive though. Right. You know, is it an aberration? Is it a construct? That's just for flavor. But these actually kind of, I think, it seems like they kind of mean something. Yeah, here, and just to prove, here's your zombie pack. They're a tier 1 horde with 2 hit points. All right, so...
Oh, yeah. So 2 hit points equals 6 damage points?
Well, if the zombie's wearing armor, you have to soak it first.
Crap, yes.
They can't even make a horde of zombies 1 hit points. So you can just like tear through them cinematic. For all the protestations about being cinematic, they couldn't even make the zombies 1 hit point. This enrages me. It enrages me. The thresholds are 6 and 12. So you have to always keep this in your mind as a DM. Oh, is the damage after, you know, any sort of soak? Is it over 12? Is it at 12? What happens if it's at 12? Oh, wait, it's between 6 and 12. Yeah, that's major, right? Oh, yeah, this is 6 or below. That's minor. Is 6 still minor, though? It's right on 6. These are the kind of things as a DM that would drive me crazy. What happens again if it's on the number? Hold on, guys. I want to look this up. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to torture yourself and you ran this game, you would get that down. But still, so unintuitive. I'm laughing at all you people who were so excited for this game. The test copy came out. Oh, this game's going to be... This is a turkey.
I can't imagine. We were earlier on inside this dungeon area trying to get to some place where we ended up fighting against the evil who's what's it. And we went through how many zombies? I mean, like we were in that room and like...
Yeah, that was Greg's game, wasn't it?
Holy cow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you never want a horde of skeletons or zombies to be any more really than 1 hit.
Right.
Generally, you should... Their hit points are their numbers. As any DM who's been DMing for a while knows. You're essentially doing hit points as, you know, the number that they have. Because one, you know, I suppose if they do 1 hit point of damage, you could be like, come on, I'm going to punish you by keeping that one up. But still, they should just go down.
Right.
Unless it's very powerful, you're like a skeleton knight or something. But if it's just a horde, I don't know. James, $10.
They need to pay. Then give us your credit card, and then you're in.
He's asking for something at the end of this one. We'll see if you can find it by the time I'm done reading it, Rogan. Is it just me? Or does this game seem to be a Frankenstein collection of every other game's bitter dregs?
Bitter dregs.
Thank you, James. I was trying to draw that out long enough for you to find it.
Absolutely.
Bruce for 2. The enemy types, video game mob balancing terms. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're video game mob balancing. Yep. Yeah, they stole from everything else. I think it's 2 zombies. Oh, is it 2 zombies per hit point? There you go. All right. Well, then they get a negative for being unclear. What is 2-HP? What is that? What is that? They still don't get any. Still don't get any. Sweet Tea 23. This is why I play basic fantasy. I get what I pay for. No preachiness from the creator. Yep. Thank you very much, Sweet Tea. Joining us on Rumble. Yeah, so it doesn't change the fact that even for like low-level monsters, there's a lot of low-level monsters who aren't like horde, but you may have like 4 or 5 of them, and you still have to keep track. Do this stupid threshold. It's dumb. Convince me it's not stupid. Here we go.
Oh, and the art.
Oh, yeah.
They look dreamy.
Yep.
Now, is that a half elf, or is that ear tucked behind the hair? We need it. This needs to be clarified.
Yeah.
What is it? Is the elf allowed to date a half elf? Is that all right in their society?
Interspecies erotica. Yep. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
We got the chick with the nose ring.
Yes.
Very much on purpose. And 2 simps.
Yeah.
She's got these 2 simps wrapped around her. Her
this is
not her finger, her tail.
A furry bordello.
Yeah, look at the tail coming out.
Oh yeah.
They're very good into the gooner, like making the women palatable to gooners. Okay.
Another elf.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a fetish for pointy ears.
I mean, I think of Game of Thrones when I see this, don't you?
I don't know what Game of Thrones you were watching.
Yeah.
Oh, more pointy ears.
Yeah.
Now that's considered a fetish now.
Wah, wah. What's up, Shark? How you doing, buddy?
And why is the librarian wearing armor?
Yeah. Good point. All right, I'm gonna do something now. Hold on one second. I'll need control here, Rogan.
You got it.
I'll handle any supers that come in. All right, so bear with me here. Okay. These are the classes. All right, so we're just going to count the women to the men. There's 2 class options per. Okay. So let's do the women first. 1 on the right for Bard, 1. Druid on the left, 2. Don't know, so I'm not going to count it.
I think those are the top parts of some boobies there.
Yeah.
Play the Vengeance.
Guardian, 3. And 4. I think that's a woman.
I believe so.
Ranger, 5.
Portly Ranger. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. I'm heavy myself.
There's an orangutan, so we don't know. So 5. I do believe the rogue on the left, 6.
Yes.
Is a chick. The one on the right could be, but I'll just call it a 0. So we're up to 6. Seraphs, 7. Sorcerer on the right, 8.
Yes.
Warrior on the right, 9.
I'll go with it.
Wizard, 10 and 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 11 out of the 16 are women.
So
indeterminate. This druid on the right, don't know. That's 1. The orangutan is 2. This rogue is 3.
Possibly.
Yeah. And the frog is 4. So 11 chicks, 4 don't know. So how many actual men are we looking at here? We got one bard. We have the Seraph, who's the most normal looking. That's 2. And the warrior on the left. That's 3.
Right.
So you tell me there's no agenda here. 11 chicks, 3 dudes as the quote unquote iconics.
Yes.
There's more furries and indeterminates than there are dudes. Everybody who's playing this game, 90% look like they don't look like the Seraph guy on the right here, but they are this, kind of racially the Seraph guy. They're white guys.
He looks like that Joe Manganiello.
Yeah. I guess they threw in one Chad. One. They thought that would sad. One Chad, I guess. All right, so there you go. 11-3. A little odd, don't you think? I mean, if you were just kind of looking like, let's try to get it 50-50 maybe.
If I'm mistaken, I might be quoting this wrong, but I think Crazy Mouse has said this, or in a way, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie, Joe. And they spell doom for you at sacrifice, as Scott Steiner said. Oh, and then not only are you, when you make your character, you join a bunch of clubs, I think. One of them is a community. They have like a list of all the communities, like you're highborn, you're lowborn, you're midborn, you're inborn, you're outborn. Communities represent the culture or environment your character grew up in. Though a character might have been a member of numerous communities during their upbringing, this choice represents the one they feel they had the most influence over their personality and current skill set. Yeah, just screams of Game of Thrones, right? Just like this. Yep. God, I remember reading Game of Thrones and being like, remember the sister doing the Black Power? What's up for?
I don't remember that one. I could be wrong.
What? Come on.
Boy.
Yeah. There's your inspiration.
And even the art itself is not very inspirational. It's not dynamic. It's got to show emotion. We've seen so much art over the years, and some of it just like pops, and it's not, it's just a little extra putting it in. This is,
I think her buttons are gonna pop. That's about it. A little thick.
It's time for lunch.
Who's with me?
Are we already at lunch? It's time for second lunch.
And on to first dinner. They do cute things like, let's be cool and hip. It's not treasure, it's loot. Although, should we be putting the word loot with all these like sisters and brothers? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I ain't saying, but I'm saying. It's a little.
They should call it like pirates do. It's booty.
Yeah.
Arr.
All right. So looting, not that loot, the other loot.
Right.
Oh, and here we go. Session 0 and safety tools. They went all in. Real good. When preparing to embark on a long campaign that'll span months or years, it's important to get everyone on the same page by setting expectations as early as possible.
It's just insanity. It really is.
God. An essential part of Session 0 is choosing your game's content and safety tools. These tools ensure players know they can avoid material that would be hurtful or upsetting. Oh, you mean like all the stuff that was in Game of Thrones that you cite as a source for this stinker? Yeah. How much of that would make it through?
Oh, no. No. I mean, they shot a guy while he's sitting on the toilet. That's light.
Yeah. That's just mean, as they say. I feel like the average orc band is going to stomp the average adventurer party based off of the testosterone alone, says Sean.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with Sean.
Yep. Oops. DB for 2. Story games unable to sustain a campaign. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Your stuff's... Everybody's going to try to convince themselves the first session was great after going through all these safety tools. And then it's going to die under its own weight. When people realize there's no drama, there's no danger, there's no... It's like the worst parts of 5e, meet the worst parts of like any like evil hat game, or it's like bubble gumshoe in the D&D world. I don't know. It's just ugh.
I could see a group of people playing this, and the rules lawyer kicks in, and at this point I see a fist fight.
Well, if you have the wrong group, that could happen. Yeah, because I mean, if you are someone who likes structure, you'd have a serious problem with this game. Like, wait, when is it my turn? Oh, it's Joseph. It's your turn when I give you the spotlight. When do I get the spotlight? Well, when I say so.
Right.
Be like, dude, what? What are you fucking talking about? Oh boy, yeah. So they're all in on the safety tools. Oh, and then one of the safety tools, one of the many frameworks for discussing content and safety, is the CATS method. I'd never heard of this before.
That's new to me.
This is in Daggerheart. This framework represents 4 elements to discuss with your players to decide what the group wants from the game. CATS: concept, aim, tone, and subject. It's also to remind them that their house probably smells very much. Like cats have been wailing on it for the past 15 years. Badger. His safety tool, the front door. GTFO.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's instead of cats, it's GTFO. That's Double D's safety tool. Cats. Drink it in, guys. It's almost like they were saying, like, man, we need to make a game that Double D could just go to town on for a whole live stream and entertain his crew.
This is epic insanity.
This is so bad.
It is.
I mean, I'm laughing because I like to see stupid and bad people fail. And I don't know what it's selling. Maybe it's selling well. Okay. This game will leave the imprint of somebody walking at the edge of the shore. Footprints on the edge of the shore. That's what this game is. Oh, look at those footprints. Oh, they're gone. The tide came in and washed them away. Nobody will be talking about this game. The only way they'll be talking about it is in the context of Critical Role still playing it. Nobody's going to be talking about their epic Daggerheart campaigns. I love it.
So combat alone, especially a big combat, is going to take an hour.
Oh, easy.
Easy. Even once you get used to the game, you got dice, you got more dice, you got chips, and you got a deck and a half or 2 decks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bonuses and a partridge and a pear tree.
Hills to the yeah. Quick way to pick a tone is to list the following options on a piece of paper or note card, then circle a few everyone is excited to focus on.
God.
So now, like I said, it had the corporate slop that I highlighted earlier. Now you're a focus group. You're essentially a focus group for this stupid game. Adventurous, cozy, dramatic, funny, goofy. Circle the ones that you like. Highlight them blue for blue sky ideas. Highlight any that you don't like, put in red for red alert. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Once the fans are invested in this, they will defend it. Oh, they'll defend it. Mark my words, they'll defend it with every fiber of their being. But that's only at first. After a while, people will just kind of quiet. There will be no like, I am quitting Daggerheart videos, or this game is not for me. They will just kind of quietly stop playing it.
You know who will save this? Ryan Akaba.
yeah, Ryan Akaba. I wonder what he thinks about this. God, wouldn't it be great to get him on? All right, Ryan, let loose. Let's hear about the Critical Role folks. Garabit, did Marisha Ray ever wash your car while you were on the show? Was that your Batmobile, Orion? But yeah, I mean, this is the stuff you're supposed to do. Of course, they go all in with all the standard safety tools, lines and veils, employed in Session 0 when discussing the tones and goals, as we all pretty much know by now. Make a list of everyone's lines and veils. Lines are topics that they don't want in the game. They should not appear in any form. Veils are topics that players do not want to feature in the game, but can still exist in the world. I love the veils too. Are probably I can almost in a sick psychotic way I can understand the lines. It's like, don't talk about people touching other people because I got I got touched when I was 15 years old by my teacher or something. But like the veil is just like I'll let you know. That's the veil. The lines are like supposedly like I have trauma. Don't go there. The veil is, you can try to go there, but I'm going to make you sweat it because I'm a narcissistic sociopath.
One line that should always be there is this one. Don't be a douche.
It's too close to the Will Wheaton. Too close to the Will Wheaton. Don't be a dick. But yes, point taken. Rob McKenna, $9.99. Close enough, Rogan.
I got you now, you son of a bitch.
Oh, we're doing repeats. Give him something special. Go to page 2 if you can. All right, can you go to page 2, Rogan? Go to page 2.
We did that one. We did.
He's panicking.
I am.
Get the kid out of here.
Laces out.
There you go. That's all you had to do. Yeah, remember you can go along using those arrows on the bottom of the Stream Deck to go to the other pages. A world is open to you there. Rob McKenna, $9.99. It's impossible to drop into anything with these games because you're supposed to plan and triple check everything with your players first with these tools. Yeah. Well, like I said, this will tell you if you have a sociopath in your group. They'll let you know like, yeah, not sure about that one. I'll let you know. When they say I'll let you know or we'll just deal with it later, that's someone who wants to see you sweat.
Yes.
Yeah, that is somebody. As soon as somebody said that to me, I'd look at them and just kind of nod and be like, I think I understand. There's the front door. Leave. You're done. Good Lord. Yeah, but this is just insanity. And our old favorite. The old X card. Yep, as we know. Just raise it up and you can edit the campaign. You can be a DM without being in the DM's chair. Don't want to put in all the work? Just hold up a card and say, nah, I think I like that. I think I want this to go in a different direction. Because everybody in my life hates my guts. There's not one person who ever raised an X card at a game seriously, whose family and friends didn't hate their guts. Yeah. Like 90% of the people in their lives detest them. They may not tell them to their face. They may be like, "Oh man, you're so stunning and brave. You are such a cool person." And then behind their back, they're like, "Don't invite that person. I don't want to walk on eggshells all night." They are a bit of a pill. They are too much to handle. They pull out that damn X card every time during our game.
Because that gives them power, something that they don't normally have.
That's what a person who has nothing going on in their life would do. Like, nobody will listen to me. My own family hates my guts. All my friends kind of oddly stay away from me. But you know what? This group here, yeah, they sit down with me every week. So guess what? I'm going to give it to you. I always love the rewind option.
The rewind,
yeah. To utilize the X card, a player need only tap the card and note the moment of play they wish to rewind. Psychopath. Seriously. I want to see a serious study done on people who do this, because I think, honestly, these are really, really sick people. Absolutely horribly sick people.
Absolutely.
Yep. I mean, I won't even say like, oh yeah, but it was trauma. Like, nah, you just, if it was really disconcerting, you would just get up and say, hey, go on. Don't stop for me. I'm going to go get a smoke, you know, or you just be like, a little too much for me, you know, but hey, you know, I want this to happen, you know, go on. I feel bad even making a big thing out of it. That's what a normal person would do.
You know, with a group of people that's been playing for any length of time, it's not needed.
Yeah.
You know, for a convention, guess what? It's not needed.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, you read the description of the game. You know this is going to be grimdark. Buckle up, Buttercup.
It's a game where you stick swords into people. Do you know how painful sticking a sword into somebody would be? How somebody being stabbed to death would feel, and what it would sound like? It would be ghastly. Yes, you'd be like, "Oh my God!" That's why those battles were it was butchery.
Yeah.
You know, but we, of course, you know, the way we play, you know, we just kind of, you know, I don't want to say gloss over it, but it's not dwelled on. But if you looked at it like that, you wouldn't even play this game.
Oops, I was saying, you got it.
Warren Johns. Oh, good to see you here. Warren, Canadian, $5. I'm just popping in to say hi. My white privilege membership was just approved today. Congrats. Under the mail application stream. There you go. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm going to go out and try it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for the chat. And yes, good luck with the male white privilege card. What are these BDSM rules? Well, that's where they came from. I mean, a lot of this came from Monty Cook Games. We all know Shanna's was big into BDSM publicly. I mean, it's not like a secret. So is it a wonder that this stuff is in here now? Yeah, but this is Daggerheart. Yeah, you settle in, catch up. Oh, and there we go. The old pronouns. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I forgot to tell you too. Every time you're hit in the armor, you're supposed to fill in one of those dots. I forget what happens. But it's another thing to keep track of.
So you get, like, when you trade it in, you don't get as much as you normally would?
Yes, yeah. I see there you've been dinked and dunked 17 times, so you 34% off of the sale price. Yeah, well, glad we kept track of that. Yeah, pronouns on the character sheet. Yeah, I mean, that was almost a given, right, guys?
Boo. Boo.
Here's their example of play. Not only the players get the pronouns, the characters, of course, too. Quinn, a they, them, playing a shepherd, they, them. God, so ridiculous. Miles is a he, him, and Rune is a he, him. Ilea, a she, her. A tabby, she, her. I'm surprised they didn't do like a different one because they knew how confusing it would sound. Like everyone is the same as like their character. Nolan is a he, him. Lavelle is a he, him. Stella, she, God. I don't know what the sound of getting stabbed is, but Christopher Lee probably did. Yes, yeah. Or getting their back broken, right, Sean? There we go. Playing disability. It's ponderous. It is so ponderous, this game. You just feel this weight on you as you're going through it. As you just flip through, boy, this looks like just cold, bland corporate stuff. And this is the kind of stuff you see on the corporate level. Comco says you should play disability with purpose and respect. Now remember...
Now complete the video 5 exercise. What would you do?
What would you do? Portraying lived experiences such as disability, other than your own, is a powerful way to broaden your perspective when done with respect. Equality, disability, accessibility, and accommodation are a meaningful part of fantasy world building. No, they're not. They're specifically not. For players interested in exploring these elements at the table, it's important to take care to avoid stereotypes and learn from disabled people themselves. Are you kidding me? Come on. Playing a blind or visually impaired character. Oh, come on.
You know,
I know.
Morgan's character during the course of the game that time, his character went blind.
Oh yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
you know, and it's not like it wasn't a fetish thing. Hey, I'm going to play a blind person. No, it was the result of something that happened.
Yeah, he went blind due to a spell or attack.
He did it fantastically.
Yeah, he did a great job on it. Good, we'll grab James. $10, Rogan. Give him something new. Something new.
All right, nothing to see here. Please disperse.
Very, very apropos for what we're talking about. Yes, that is every Daggerheart and Critical Role fan there. Nothing to see here. As a forever DM, I view the X card as a representation of the topic I should really lean into and put front and center at all times. Really use that constructive criticism to help you go for it. Yes, yeah, why not? Why not? Thank you, James. It's much appreciated, brother. But yeah, they're telling you here, though every individual in the blind, visually impaired community has their own experiences and preferences. Here's a few tips. Oh, God. It's why. Oh, then we got deaf characters. When playing a deaf character, do funny accents. Don't you hear me? James, do you hear me? Sorry.
No. When we played upstairs all those years ago, I don't know what the context was, but I have a cousin who's deaf.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of made an impression of my cousin, and I like, you guys look so sharp, so shocked, you know. And then the hilarity it happened, but how do you play that? Well, you're not going to hear anything. You're not going to be able to talk to anybody. You better have good eyes.
God, it's what they're inviting, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord, God.
Well,
how about even the deaf people just play a normal character? Yeah. I mean, I'm like they. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is one of the adventures. Included in the rule book. That, you know how a lot of rule books, they'll include like an opening adventure, introductory adventure. Nothing captures the Game of Thrones vibe like Beast Feast. When a small village's monster defense system fails, the local heroes must venture into the endless caverns below to fix it and cook up trouble for the creatures that stand in their way.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Womp womp. Yep. You're to cook up delicious meals. Welcome to a culinary world of zoophagous delight, where the beasts you fight become the food you eat. Touchstones. Boy, they are really into these touchstones. Delicious in Dungeon, Monster Hunter World, One Piece. It's like you do not have to list everybody that you ripped off for this abortion of a game. God. All right, back to some artwork. Easy, chat. Easy.
Another furry.
Thirst trap. Don't fall for it. Meow. It's like they can't just make a good-looking chick in a dress. You know, they gotta put the cat ears on her, give her a tail.
You need to throw some saucy tart action going on in there.
Yeah.
I see some saucy tarts.
She got the forbidden fruit there.
Ooh, yeah, good one.
Mm-hmm. God. What are we doing here?
I don't even have words anymore.
Foxy Brown here. I mean, come on. And here we go. We got the boss babe pointing the sword, and we got the two white guys in the background, very purposefully, kind of almost blending in like they're nothing.
Right.
you know,
apprehensive.
cowardly simps just watching her take care of business.
And she's pointing her anger in this one direction while holding the sword toward the others.
Go to grab Bruce's and then Cal's too. Bruce Maximus. Do they realize how vicious and brutal Delicious in dungeon becomes? Criminy, it's just below Goblin Slayer. Yeah, I don't think that was the... I don't know much about it, but I guess I did hear something about Delicious in the dungeon. Yeah, I think there is a little bit more lighthearted. It's meant to be like a bonding experience. Joe Goodman here. Sorry for the PETA protesters.
PETA, people eating tasty animals.
Yeah, as it should be. Just awful. Yep, there you go. Again, got that high fantasy feel, or maybe that low fantasy, dirty, grimy. Everybody will stab you in the back. No, the little furry kid. With, I don't even know what is she doing?
Well, she's got pigtails there and horns and pointy ears.
Mm-hmm.
So
she got a little magic eye or something. I don't know. Ugh. God, this big broad behind her. I think you can play a giant.
She's a cyclops, and she's blind
and deaf.
What's the story going on here?
I don't know. You know, what is he disappearing? Is she making him invisible, or is that?
Well, it's a guy, so I think she's trying to disintegrate him. If it was a woman helping a woman, she's trying to cast Ultra Heal or raise from the dead or something.
Yeah, or Scissor.
Yep.
This. Thinking Cyclops with a lazy eye. it is, yeah. Sorry, just got dilated. Annual appointment. Awful. Coming near the end here. Yeah, this the Hydra. They're following that same sort of design that D&D 2024 is, with the fat heads, fat necks.
Right.
Just doesn't work for me. Maybe it works for some of you. Just does not work for me.
Big chunky arms with little tiny digits.
Yep. I'd want to pet this thing.
Yes.
Oh, come here.
It kind of
Give you some chin rascals there. You in the middle. Come on.
Come on, bring it in. Big hug.
Delicious in dungeon gets shockingly brutal past a certain point. Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, somebody said like, yeah, I know, don't sleep on it. It's actually kind of funny, and unironically has way more edge and better art style than this. I will have to check it out. Asterion. Thank you very much, buddy. All right, so I think we're almost at the end, and this is it. So I wanted to show you. I wanted to try to find at least one thing I thought was okay, and it's like, okay. The skeleton art is fine. Like if you had just showed, if this was in any other book, you'd be like, all right, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
That's good. I even kind of like this skeleton dredge. Is that it? Yeah. So there's one thing I liked.
So if we do the math, it would take 3 hits to definitely take out the middle one, right?
Well, remember, it's got to be at least major damage or super damage. Are you in the magic Goldilocks zone? Yeah, it is pretty hard to mess up skeletons. It can be done. It can be messed up, but at least they didn't mess this one up. I mean, at least it'd be hard to trune out a skeleton. Maybe they tried and just couldn't figure out how to do it and said, all right, we got to give them this one.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
Close to where there's a whip, there's a way. My God. Yeah, so there you go. Daggerheart. I may make that into a video, so you may see a video on that too. If you do, just watch it, huh? probably say a lot of the same things. I'll just tighten it up a little bit. But yeah, I do want it out there how bad this game is. This is a terrible game. I'm going through it. I'm like, no, it can't be this clunky, can it? I'm like, you can't be doing this 2 and sometimes 3-step process just to do damage to a monster. Bad enough for a character, but at least if it's a character, that's the only thing they have to worry about is their own character. You're doing this shit for a monster? And if you are a player, oh wait, how many tokens do I need? Oh wait, that's +1. Oh, did I get the +1 from you? No, the +2. Oh wait, do I get bonus dice too? All right, so what am I rolling again? 2 die 12. Do I have advantage or disadvantage? So what you're doing is you're rolling the 2 die 12. You're subtracting 6 because you have disadvantage, and then you're adding the tokens, but you also have bonus dice. And remember, there's fear and hope too. Boy, that sounds like a barrel of fun. Go ahead and smile, Matt Mercer. We all know you're going to be fucking lying. What's it? Spencer Stark? Is that the author's name?
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, good one. This is a fucking egg. You laid an egg, dude. This is a terrible game. Terrible in design, terrible in look. It's corporate slop meets woke bullshit.
I'd rather have my teeth pulled.
Awful. So glad you did it, though. So glad you did it. It'll be so fun watching this. You try to birth this stillborn baby every week. Critical Role. Mac Thompson, $1.99. Too many ragey, flat-chested BIPOC butchers. Well said. It's a mouthful. Doc. Oh, good to see you, Doc. $5. Which Daggerheart do you hate more? The one the players use or the one the GM does? Because they're two different effing games. Yeah. One gets a die 20. One gets 2 die 12. But they all join together for the confusion. They're also just they're all going to be very confused.
You get chips. You get chips. Everyone gets chips.
Mm-hmm. And even once you get your feet under you and you still get it, it's still unintuitive. You'll never get rid of the stink of that unintuitive nature where you're taking a little longer than you should. The DM has to think a little longer about what happened because you rolled with fear and now I have to figure out, you get a splinter in your thumb again. Didn't that just happen? Sorry. No, wait, you stub your toe. That's it. You see it, you stub your toe. Yeah. I'm sure Matt Mercer will have a million of them, especially when they sort of pre-plan it. Well, they don't script it, but I think a lot of the stuff it seems to me from what I've seen, it's there's some loose association going on.
Some kind of know what's going to happen, kind of sort of, and they're ready for
if not what happens, like the general direction things are going. I think it's more like that. Hey guys, just be prepared tonight. You might be facing some stuff. So, make sure to have those zingers ready. All right, I'm going to go back. We'll do our lunacy montage.
Oh.
All right, let's see how many times you didn't hit twice on the soundboard. Good job, Rogan.
I'm still waiting.
You get
right.
Double pay for tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Yes. Nicely done. All right.
I did great. Thanks to night school.
That's right. Those tech classes really paid off.
Learning that half of the fucking population is functionally illiterate, has ruined me.
It's always the eyes. In this case, I think the eyes are attracted to whatever's in between her.
Yeah, she's got little barbells in there in the bridge of her nose there, which is which makes sense when you're a Klingon. But,
it's almost like magnetic. I can almost see it like zip.
How do you not look at that? You can't tell me that you get used to it.
It has made me I'm surrounded by idiots. And I don't want y'all to be dumb. I wish y'all were fucking smarter because it's stressing me the fuck out that I have to share a planet with you people. Like, there's a chance that my nurse, when I'm in the nursing home, isn't going to believe the vaccines.
Well, I tell you what, lady, I tell you what, I certainly understand where you're coming from. My concern is your forehead. Did you see her forehead?
I did not.
Like,
hold on. Allow me to go back. We will do a forehead scan. Oh yeah.
When she bends down a little bit, she lowers her head. Like, it almost looks like her hair stops in the middle of her head.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it there. Yeah.
Like, that's worse than a receding. Back in high school, we say forehead. She got a big forehead. That's a giant forehead right there. And she's worried about people being illiterate.
Yep.
I mean,
it's a good screen grab for you guys. This is the woman calling you stupid. A little unfair, but I don't care.
One eye's going straight, the other one's looking at the little ball between her eyeballs. And she's rubbed the.
I think she hit the magnetize button on her thing. It's like her eyes just. Whoa. Oh no! Dog for 5. If you think her forehead is bad now, you should have seen it before they bolted it down. Behave. Good one, Doc. Good one.
There's a chance that my nurse, when I'm in the nursing home, isn't going to believe the vaccines.
I'm going to say something that I haven't heard anyone else say before. And I know it's going to piss a lot of people off. Gender reveal parties for babies are transphobic.
All right.
I wish we had a button on here that said, shut the fuck up.
Baby reveal parties are now transphobic. Everything's transphobic.
Oh, my girl clowning bad. My girl fixing her own order.
The fuck I am.
All right.
Play with me talking about some fucking weight, bitch. No. You gonna give me my motherfucking shit. And I'm gonna take some fucking extra. You got me fucked up. Around this bitch.
Aren't we tired of that? I mean, like, as a nation, aren't we tired of that?
Hashtag fatigue.
Yes.
Hashtag fatigue.
Girl. It ain't working.
Popeyes? Yeah, Popeyes.
So.
It might very well be Popeyes.
If she was going out, there's nothing you can do with that chicken now. She could never put it back. So if I saw her walking by, I would just slap it right out of her hand.
Right.
I'd even pick it up. Be like, oh, you still want it?
Here's your consequence.
Yep.
If you're cis and you won't date trans folks, you're a transphobe. Now, if that made you mad, maybe it's your prejudices that you need to probe.
I don't get what the what song is he trying to ape?
I have no idea, but I think she's going for that. Who's the guy that did Tiptoe Through the Tulips?
Oh, Tiny Tim.
Yeah,
how could you forget Tiny Tim?
I know. Hey, ma'am, sir, I have this thing, and it's no disrespect to anybody. I don't want to date men. I mean, no disrespect. I mean, it doesn't mean I hate men.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if we quote unquote date, we will have to undress. When you undress, more than likely there was going to be something hanging between your legs. And then I'll be like, oh, you're a dude. Oh, okay. Well, best of luck with that.
Date's over.
Yeah, date's over. Have a good life.
We're allowed to not like
No
things.
matter the reason
he's not done.
You're reducing us to when we disrobe.
Yes, we are. Where else do you think it ends? My ears, why double D?
And that kind of thinking ain't sophisticated. It's more like microbes. I know you think you've got good reasons, maybe you do. Trauma's real, it's hard to heal. I'd never say that that isn't true.
Are they trying to do like Fast Car by Tracy Chapman? You got a fast car. I think that might be it.
I think that's the direction. I think you're right on that. Right. You know,
which is kind of fitting because I never knew if Tracy Chapman was a dude or a woman either.
But transphobia is transphobia, and you won't get a pass when we're through.
Through with what?
We're human beings, not sex organs, cis lesbians. I'm talking to you.
Yep.
All right.
Mentally ill.
I know it's only the first day of Pride Month, but honestly, it is so telling and very terrifying of where we're at politically right now, that no brands have really changed their logo to include their marketing towards queer people like they usually do every single year. And it really is telling of how we are falling into fascism.
Oh, the F word. Already going to the F word. Maybe they decided they didn't want to turn off 20% of their audience to please 3% of their audience. I mean, quite frankly, it's numbers. Corporations are cowardly. Eventually, they'll sort of do what's in their self-interest. It'll take a while. And it still is in many of their self-interest to placate these folks. But he is right. A lot of brands are not. They're not going along with it.
Pandering.
Yeah, it's all it is. It's just blatant pandering.
Right.
Go ahead, grab the Badger. That's a good one. Yeah. $2 Badger. Pedro Pascal's looking a little rough these days.
Yes, he her is.
Ouch.
So quickly, and it is terrifying.
You know, I was just following orders. Crowd are going to get really fucking scared whenever the truth comes to light that you actually don't mind following those orders, do you?
What orders?
Yes.
What orders?
And tell us your perspective. Where does this come from on you? Were you ever in the service? You know, were you ever a police person? I don't want to say.
I mean, the nose ring gives you everything you need to know. The goofy, like too big, like glasses, like kind of Hepcat glasses. I don't know. It's like what orders?
But now you have a scapegoat. It's not that you actually like arresting brown people, or that you actually like causing terror.
Well, I don't. All right. I beg to disagree. I do like doing that stuff.
In strangers' lives, right? Is that you're just following orders?
No, we're just doing it of our own free will, amigo.
Those who know better.
You know, he needs to look at Cuba and some of the other nations around the world that are really brutal toward anyone that's different, anyone that may not be like him. You know.
Yeah, try trooning out on the streets of Havana.
Right.
Yeah, see what those guys do. Right. We almost missed one. We gotta watch these rumble ones.
Oh, that was fast.
I caught it in the wild. Thank God. Ultra American. I'd rather be a fascist than a PHAG. Zig Heil. Thank you, Ultra American. Yeah. I don't know. If everything's fascist, nothing is fascist, right? Sort of the way it is.
I got hate crimed at Pittsburgh Pride.
Ooh, right down the road from us. All right, let's drink it all in. We got the tattoos. It's a funny little character on her shoulder, or on her front, like shoulder area there.
Like
breastbone, maybe. Yeah,
underneath the beads and the spiky things.
Yeah, what is that?
Crazy eyes. Look at those crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes, as always. You can set your watch to it. I don't know if I've seen one of these videos where the person has normal acting or looking eyes. You got, of course, the bull ring, which is the modern day purple hair, and then a bunch of shit in her lip. Oof. I think this is a legit woman, if I'm not mistaken, but you never know these days. I don't know. I'll be the first to admit I can be fooled.
With those eyes right there, this person is a woman.
Yep, Ryan, the eyes never lie.
That is true. Absolutely.
Yep. Thank you, buddy.
Whoop-de-doo. So I went with my brother and my friend, and there was Westboro Baptist Church, bean butts, you know, holding up their anti-gay flag, whatever. And there was this gay guy and a couple others yelling at them, and we're furries, so we were all wearing fursuits, and I went up to them.
We're furries, and we were all wearing fursuits.
Because that's what you do at a gay pride parade.
Yeah.
Is you show up as a furry. Because
We
you
want,
identify.
want to be taken seriously, so I'm going to dress up like a coyote.
And I was like, fuck you, I'm wearing my fursuit, and I was like twerking at them, saying like, if God
This might be a dude. The more I look at him, I can't see the Adam's apple. Chat, give me a man or woman. What is this? What is this thing?
hated me, he wouldn't have made me, and stuff like that.
Chick.
And yeah, so that happened, and then things started getting a little heated. My bad. So this one guy was yelling at this other guy, and I spit on the other guy because he was instigating, and then this security guard just decided, because my glob of spit was worth it, I guess, on some random homophobic guy's hair, he shoved me on the ground, scraped to prove it.
Sweetheart, that is considered assault.
Yeah, you spit on somebody, you're gonna get something back.
Yeah, you're lucky that you didn't get slapped the way you needed it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna engage in this stuff, you got to be ready for some consequences.
And then my brother and my friend were like trying to see if I was okay, and so the result to that was this guy who I spit on started beating the shit out of my friend, shoved him on the ground and started punching him.
That's what you did. It's like the rule. Like that's a bro code back in the day. Like, you got a girlfriend that gets you in a fight, dump her.
I was gonna say, for all the stuff about these modern women, they're so different. At the end of the day, it's just like they still just get you into trouble.
Yes.
I spit on somebody. Guess who's getting the shit beat out of them because of that. Sorry.
In the face. Isn't that wonderful? Happy Pride. And my brother was crying and freaking out.
I'm sure he's happy you said that.
Because of course, who wouldn't be? It was a mess. This girl started yelling at him, and she went to punch him, and then she punched me in the forehead on accident, and my head really hurt.
So this is like Keystone Cops.
And then he was acting very buddy-buddy with the staff. So if you are going to Pittsburgh Pride, please be aware that not everybody is nice, and people are evil. And one little yell, one little glob of spit can get you on the ground and have your friends who literally did absolutely nothing at all getting punched. So yeah, keep that in mind, you guys. Happy Pride. I had fun though. It was really fun outside of that.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Somebody got beat up. Yeah, how bad did they get beat up? Now I'm starting to wonder.
Right.
Yeah, really? Yeah, how bad was it?
If a person has a reason to spit on you, you fucked up.
Yeah.
And then even after that though, the dude spit on you. He needs repercussions.
Asterion, $5. Do people not realize that in a lot of places, spitting carries harsher punishment than throwing a punch?
Yes.
Yeah. No, look, nobody wants to be spit on. I mean, it's dirty. It's disgusting. Like when we were growing up, wasn't it like a sign of like, ooh, you don't spit on somebody. That's like the lowest form of thing you can do. Yeah, it's why it's in their playbook, really. Because they are animals. They walk around and pretend they're animals, but kind of inside they are animals.
When are we going to storm the Capitol?
There we go. The eyes have it, as they say. The eyes have it.
That's what I'd like to know. When are we going to do that?
Sounds like you're calling for an insurrection. Cash Patel, are you listening? Get on this chickadee. Warren for 5. Listen, femboy. Don't mean to burst your bubble, but troons of the world ain't nothing but trouble. Yeah. Boy, that's the understatement of the century there, brother. Trouble.
How long are we going to sit here and just take it? Like how long are we
Oh, you'll sit there and take it as long as I want you to take it.
going to continue to allow this before we're willing to What? Put our life on the line? When are we gonna fucking fight for our country? Anyone?
When are we gonna fight for our right to party?
Newsflash, Toots, there is no safe word.
Yep. We're not gonna take it.
No? Do we have any answers? Can we pick a date? Can we all just fly to DC at the same date?
Sounds like you're now planning an insurrection. You're talking about flying, taking over the Capitol. I'm starting to get a little serious here. Anybody in the @FBI?
Can we just pick a date? Because newsflash, guys, we're not getting any extra fucking morality points for being better than the fucking maggots. Okay?
Maggots?
We're not getting any brownie points for that. We're allowed.
Because you're walking around yelling at old men and women for some bizarre reason. You're taking food stuff and dousing people with it, and you're spraying paint on artwork in museums. And that's your kind of people.
Sit-ins on the highway, gluing your hands to the.
Yes.
Frickin', they're all
A
lunatics.
dictator to take over the country because we're not storming the Capitol.
Easy. Yeah.
Donald Trump got all y'all all fucked up in the head. Oh, there's only two genders. Blah, 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 blah. But guess what? He might have said that, but guess what? For the trans community, us girls.
I drink that in. Breathe it in. Us girls. It's like a Fat Albert character, isn't it? It's like Fat Albert's cousin Wanda. Used to be Roy.
And us men, we all gonna be us still. We're still gonna be us. I don't give a fuck what the high yellow fucking haystack on the top of the head motherfucker gotta say. Motherfucker, I'm a trans woman. I'm a woman, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what anybody gotta say. I'm still gonna be me.
That's called a fetish.
I'm a woman.
That's called it's a fetish. Sorry,
I got news for you. Real women don't have to keep saying I'm a woman.
Right.
You see a good-looking woman with, with all the right proportions. She doesn't have to turn around and say, "Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm a woman." Everybody's mouth is ajar. They're saying, "Yeah, we know." That's why our mouths are ajar. You are a walking nightmare. Whoever you are.
You're a woman. Tell your 5 o'clock shadow that.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Ugh.
Okay. Yeah. You got a problem?
It does.
Okay.
The eye movement. Just it's mental illness on display.
Yes.
Just normal people don't move their eyes like that. They just don't. This is somebody who's in need of like serious medication.
You want a cookie? You want a gold star?
No.
Don't stare at me like that.
No, we don't want any of that. We literally just want to be as far away from you as possible. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Yes. Yeah, we'll leave you alone. Just please stay out of our way. How dare you leave us alone? It's a hate crime for you to leave us alone.
You're just doing that because you don't want to hear us. No, that's kind of the truth.
Oh, I love this. Richard Nixon was based as fuck. Talking about the Bohemian Grove, which is like one of those like not like a society out in California in the 60s, but it was like a jam, like you get together, like important people got together, like thinkers and like artists and stuff like that. And of course it was in San Francisco in the 60s. So let's just say it took on a very colorful flavor, shall we say. So listen to what he says about the Bohemian Grove. This is the actual voice of, God bless his soul, Richard Milhous Nixon, a great, great man, a great president too.
One time at a time. The Easterners and the others have come there. But it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever.
That is the president of the U.S. This is the most faggy goddamn thing you could ever imagine.
Never imagine how San Francisco crowd goes in there. It's just terrible.
Wow.
Some of those Nixon recordings, I mean, it ended up being his downfall because, the press was really out to get him.
Right.
By the way, it was funny because, you know, some of these like sort of counterculture figures and quasi counterculture figure, like Bill Murray, I think was being interviewed, I think on Joe Rogan maybe. And he was reading a book somebody had wrote, and maybe it was like Bob Woodward or somebody like that, on John Belushi. So he bought it and started to read it. And he said, after I read a little bit of it, he said, I put down the book and said, oh my God, they framed Nixon. Because he said, I knew John Belushi and all this stuff was like false. And he's like, the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, they must have lied about Nixon too. And yes, they did. They absolutely lied about it. And then, you know, that was when the press was at its highest in power. When you didn't have other platforms. Now they can all fuck off, go pound salt. If you still watch the nightly news, what can I say? ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, you're a retard. Hopeless.
You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago.
It's our girl. Yeah, something must have happened there. Yeah, we'll just zip through that. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see if this comes through.
Y'all did it first.
Voted to do
Y'all
it.
did it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
Voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification. Look at, calm down.
Jasmine Crowder, this is the leading candidate for president, at least right now, on paper, on the left.
Oh, God.
Listen to her in action. This is her in action, in session. This is in session.
Calm down. No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Miss Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
Don't want
calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send her
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Chairman,
Talking shit about her.
Chairman. Chair. Okay. Order. Chair now recognizes Miss Green.
You're such a maverick. Oh my God.
Which you didn't hear that one part that was blank. It was her like 4 years ago, and she was part of it as an act.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she was like, well, I'm very honored, you know, to be considered for, you know, a congressional position. And she's talking like normal, like, you know, semi-educated, and then you hear that where she's essentially just trying to be an up-jumped hood rat, and you're like, all right, which are you lying about? Which are you lying about? Oh, there we go. They vilified Elon, giving even mainstream news sources. And like I said, if you're listening to those, you're retarded. Giving a Nazi salute. Well, look what happened this past week. Cory Booker. Yeah, Mr. Smith himself going to Washington, giving the same salute. Yeah, there we go. Sieg Heil, right? Oh, Cory, way to do it. You know what they were saying, Rogan, online? They're like, oh, well, his fingers are apart, so that makes all the difference. Liberals and leftists and Democrats, you are so fucking retarded. If you are a dude and you still vote with these people, it's not enough, by the way, to change, like, oh, yeah, I don't want to be a Democrat, but if, like, you vote for somebody like Cory Booker or any of these other faggy retards, I don't know what to say. I mean, did your balls drop off, as the Joker once queried? You can't do it anymore. You can't call yourself a man and be with these people. You just can't. Don't give me any intellectual bullshit or anything like that. There is no case ever for, as bad as the R's are, and they are bad at times, very disappointing more than anything else. But don't ever vote like for that other side. Do you want to watch a couple of women being arrested, Rogan?
Let's do that.
Then we'll wrap it up.
No disrespect to women.
Yeah, well,
like, how is that? Crazy Mouse says this an awful lot. What's that? Equal rights.
Yeah, equal lefts.
Equal lefts.
Answer yes or no.
No, my answer is no. My answer is no.
Your answer is no. Okay.
Yeah,
If you
you've
refuse,
been detaining me.
Let me
Okay,
finish.
my dad is dead, and he always told me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're saying no to the breath test.
Why would I do a breath test when I've been in here?
Okay. If you refuse to take, Sarah, sit down. If you refuse to take the test that I have requested of you, your driving privilege will be suspended for a period of 1 year. for your first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege
Why?
has been previously suspended, or if you've been previously fined under Florida State Statute 327.
That makes no sense.
352.
I love when the cop's just reading the law to them. And she's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. What does she think he's going to do? Like, oh, yeah, you're right. Let me change this law right now.
I'll show him. I'll be just this massive bitch. And then he'll just let me go.
Yeah. It always worked in school. It worked when I was younger and a lot prettier.
15 for refusing to submit to a lawful test
That's
of
not
your
true.
breath.
Yeah.
Additionally, if you refuse to take the test I've requested of you and your driving privilege has been previously suspended, or if you've been
It's
previously
never been.
fined under statute
Never in my life.
7.35
I've never even gotten a ticket.
for refusal to submit to a lawful
No,
test of your
that's
breath,
not true.
you will be committing a misdemeanor in addition to any other penalties which can be imposed by law.
That is not true.
Refusal to submit to the test I've requested is admissible into evidence in
Call my mom.
criminal proceeding.
Call my mother, Rachel.
She'll bake you cookies and then you'll let me go. Whatever. He's telling her what the law is. He's telling what everything about the statute, et cetera, et cetera.
All these strong, powerful women.
Yeah.
Call my mother right now. Call mommy.
Yeah, she tried pulling the dead dad thing there for a second.
Yeah.
Fell
He
through.
just zoomed right by that. He's like, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Blah blah blah.
Call my mother right now.
Do you still refuse to submit to this test?
Please call my mom.
I need a yes or a no.
No, I need you to call my mom.
Refusal
I need you to call my mom.
time is 6:40.
Yes, Surly, she is definitely not hot enough for this tactic. No.
43 on the number.
Can you call her?
It's too late. There you go, sweetheart. She crying now?
Oh yeah, that's a standard operating procedure. Defiance, like insult the cops, and then now I'll just try to turn on the waterworks.
All right, Sarah, we're ready. You're not a law enforcement officer. You stepped on my foot. Okay. I'm telling you.
stepped on your
Yeah,
foot?
it's on camera. We're not debating about this. You asked. I'm telling you.
I have
Resisting
never-
arrest and
I have
DUI.
never. Okay, you look like a newbie. It's okay. It's
That's what cops love to hear. You look like a newbie. He's probably like, this bitch.
Right.
What else can I get her for?
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I know what I've seen and I know what happened. So,
stepped on your
all right,
foot.
stand up. You asked. You got your
My
answers.
life.
Let's go. Stand up.
I love when they have to manhandle these women, because eventually it always comes down to that, because they always resist and they always think they're going to get out of it because they're horrible people. So eventually the cop just has to like arrest them. Like they have to pick them up. They have to like kind of manhandle them a little bit just to get them into custody. And then they start screaming. I don't know if she does.
I'm going to have to put them on you. Make your choice, please.
Ashley!
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
With Chewies! Can I get out of here?
Stop screaming.
I live in a $3 million house! What am I, some black, kid on a bike who's in the wrong neighborhood?
That's ridiculous.
No, you're definitely treating me like a colored person. Yep.
A colored person.
Wow. Racist? Anybody?
Yeah. What would the NAACP have to say about that? Oh, they would probably just say, oh, it's in our name too, so don't worry about it.
On November 24th, 2022, officers pulled over a vehicle driving recklessly while approaching a heavily populated Thanksgiving event. The driver allegedly fled the scene of the stop at a high rate of speed before fleeing again at another intersection.
Stop her. Shut the car off, man. Shut the car off.
It's freaking Thanksgiving. I just got a divorce. My fucking daughter's not with me.
The excuses just start coming. She doesn't even stand on ceremony. Just walks up like, I just got a divorce. My daughter's not here.
A bee stung my dog.
Yeah. God. My Amazon delivery is 2 days behind.
Step out the car, please.
What is this? I'm trying to get home.
Step out the car, please, man.
Yes, sir. What? No. What are you doing?
Points for the Def Leppard shirt. I gotta say, give her half a point for the Def Leppard shirt.
That's her older brothers.
You think? Yeah. Still.
Are you kidding me?
Somebody come. She's probably an ex-stripper. That's why.
Well,
Fond memories of pour some sugar on me while she was on the pole.
That's the supposed $3 million house.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 She hooked some poor sap while he was out on some bender.
No, I don't have anybody. You guys, please don't. I just got a divorce. I'm trying to move.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeff from for 2 makes me wonder how much of this is booze and drugs versus attitude versus mental illness with so many of these people. Yeah, combination. Jeff from, I think more people are on drugs than you or I probably even like realize. And I'm not even talking like heroin or coke, just like I have anxiety drugs. It was a real, like, I remember going up to my parents' house and finding out. I knew my mom, as she was getting older, mother's little helper. But even like my dad for a time, he's like, yeah, I take stuff for anxiety. And I'm like, damn, that shit is everywhere. It's like, I think we need to tone that stuff down. Especially like, it's kind of bad enough when you sort of rely on it to regulate your moods. When you should really just sort of be suffering what I think Dr. Drew calls like ordinary misery. Like everybody needs to suffer ordinary misery. If it's dangerous, and you definitely have, problems where you might hurt yourself. I mean, all right, we all get it that you got to do something, but this sort of ordinary, like, I'm a little blue today, ride through it, do something. Yeah. Try something new. Go out, take a walk, take a run.
There's a lot of things a person can do, that can help you with that, and it doesn't require drugs.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You can help yourself so much. Like I said, take a walk and start lifting some weights. You'd be surprised how many of your troubles in life go away once you start doing that and make it a habit.
I could bust out her stripper pole. She has.
Please don't do this.
You could entertain them.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I like how they act like, well, oh my God, this is totally out of the blue. I ran from the police and now they're arresting me. If I did this, wouldn't you be like, yeah, now they got me. Now I know what comes next. Everybody's seen Cops a million times over the years.
Right.
You get arrested.
I'm just trying to go to the gas station. How come she's allowed out?
Let that demon out, honey.
Like, why are you letting her through and I can't get through?
You realize what you did, though?
I'm trying to get to my neighborhood. Seriously, guys. I just got a divorce from the most evil man ever.
I wonder what you did to him.
Yeah, I'm sure he was totally evil. He had to come home to this every night.
And you took his $3 million house.
Yeah. And he's probably happy for the bargain now, just to get away from her. He's probably like, oh my God, thank God. I literally don't have to live with a demon anymore in my life. A soul-sucking, like a succubus. An emotional vampire. Just a crazy bitch.
I'm moving in like 2 days. I need to get off this island. Please. I'm sorry.
You could have killed one of these people running, you know that?
No, I did not.
You could have killed one.
Wasn't anywhere near them. They told me to beat the people over here.
Unhinged, anybody? I know there's a difference in thought between men and women in general, and specifically. We're like, any dude that does that is so hopped up on something and drunk as well. That's not necessarily an excuse, but it's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
Women do this stuff. They get consequences, and all of a sudden they think that being feral and stupid that'll get me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get me out of it.
I'll take care of the paperwork. Just thanks,
They can hear her. They can hear her in there.
Led Zeppelin.
You flash.
Oh yeah, that.
Please let me out. I live in a $3 million house right down the street.
She keeps saying that like they're going to be impressed.
Yes, the $3 million house, honey. You're right.
I guess if you're going to do this is going to be in your playbook. Just try it once. You know, if they don't drop to their knees and go, oh my God, did you say a $3 million house? Because I mean, if you had just said 2, I was going to run you in. But you said 3. Here you go, ma'am.
Right.
Go drive as fast as you can in this residential neighborhood.
And you won't let me out my neighborhood.
Let me get your pepper spray.
The magnificent devil, then you can afford bail.
If you do that, I'm going to pepper spray you. You got me?
I mean,
I'm going to pepper spray you.
Dude, I live in a $3 million house down the street.
Just hear
Can
me
you
out.
write me up?
Hear me this.
My daughter, I'm going to lose my daughter today.
Listen to me carefully.
Look at this.
If you kick the window,
That's my head. I didn't kick the window.
Whatever you do, you bang your head in the window. If you don't sit here properly, I'm going to
myself.
How long are we doing this for?
You've been warned. Okay?
How long has this been for?
Until I'm done doing it.
My guess is she's tried the sympathy, she's tried the crazy routine. She'll probably start getting nasty. Right. I watched like the first couple minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, this is something we could just kind of dissect. I'm gonna guess this seems to be the pattern.
Right.
That's like the other woman. They'll start calling him like, you look like a newbie. They'll start subtly like insulting him because they think like this cop is like their husband and he has to like listen to her. Right. He doesn't have to listen to you, sugar tits. He just has to run you in. And trust me, he doesn't want to like lose his job, but part of him is hoping that he has to hose you down with pepper spray.
To do, ma'am, all right? I'll come talk to you in a second.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to endanger anybody, but the police officer on the other...
Apology accepted.
But the guy on the other side told me to beat the runners over.
Listen to me.
Like,
Hear me, stop.
This is hurting.
I need to bring it down. Listen.
This is killing
I'll
me.
adjust that for you. Hear me out. All right? Right now, you're at a level 10. I need you to bring it down to a 2.
Here's a level...
Cop, you're at a 10. I need you to bring it down to a 2.
Level 2. Ready? I was trying to go to the gas station this morning, and I can't get off my neighborhood.
I promise you I'll come talk to you, all right? But what I need you to do is don't bang your head in the window. Don't kick anything. I need you to sit here. You're in handcuffs. You're arrested. All right? I can't change that. It is what it is. Fleeing and eluding. It is what it is. If you continue to do that, I'm telling you.
My life!
You're going to be...
Oh, good Lord.
You don't get what I just went through. Like at all. I just want to go home.
Sweetheart, you don't
get it. I went through a 3-year divorce. The fuckface took all my money. I'm fighting
Yep, you don't understand me. Here it
for
comes.
my kid back. I mean, I do not deserve this.
Listen, I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Like, I'm going to lose my daughter today, too.
All right.
It sounds like it's for the best, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think the daughter would do very well in your
She'll
home.
have a chance now.
Yeah. I bet you the courts just sided with this lunatic too. Her poor ex probably just got hosed so bad.
How you just got out of court or wherever it is, and you won or you lost, whatever, and now whatever you won, you fucked it up.
Yep. Yeah, the Greta scream. It's like the Wilhelm scream. It's like the modern Wilhelm scream.
It reminds me of that women group that gets down there and starts screaming and hollering and bashing on things.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the video of like how many?
Oh, in the woods, yeah, like the bashing of the sticks, and then
some sort of primal whatever.
She missed her calling.
Yeah,
she could be a group leader there.
Help me, though. This is hurting. Look at my arms.
Hey, ma'am.
Look, you're killing me. You're killing me. This is so tight. I'm a resident of this neighborhood.
I'm trying to adjust it for you.
I'm a resident of this neighborhood. Can I stand up?
No. You put the soft handcuffs on you. You're right.
Yeah. Do you want the fuzzy ones?
If you want me to adjust it for you, you gotta come.
Oh my God!
Welcome to Maceville.
So tight.
I'm trying to adjust.
They're probably doing this like a little kid, like, you know, like, oh, here, are you feeling bad? Here's some magic water, you know, drink this and I guarantee you're going to have good dreams tonight. This is probably the same thing. They really do have to treat these women like they're kids. Oh, I loosened them for you.
He pretended.
Patrick. Whoops. Yeah, she does sound like a Nazgul. Yeah, like their mounts, the flying ones. Yeah, like that whole thing.
That's funny. Well, the good thing about this is, like, later on when she's in jail, she won't be able to say anything at all because those vocal cords would be right.
Yeah. Yep.
Damaged.
Please let me out of this shit.
Did she say she's president of this neighborhood?
I thought she was either resident or president. It sounded like president to me.
She probably meant resident, but maybe it came out as president. It was like a Freudian slip because she's so entitled.
Are you taking me up?
Oops, wrong direction. Sorry. I actually did tighten that one. Yeah.
All the way to
You had every reason to scream there, man. Sorry.
jail? Can we just get this over with? Because I'm going to lose my daughter today. I haven't seen her in 3 weeks, and I'm supposed to see her this morning.
Stop. Picked the wrong time to run from the police. Looks like you picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah. That says a lot more. She hasn't seen her daughter in 3 weeks. That means her husband won.
Yes.
Good for the kid.
Never wanted a guy to win so much than this guy.
Hey, man, are you?
And we're both fathers, right? We both had young kids.
Yes.
Like you do remember when like a 2-year-old kid would do this, right?
Right.
They would just scream and yell and then stop and then kind of look at you like, is he buying it?
Right. Yeah.
Every parent, guys, if you're a parent in the chat, give us a 1 if you know what we're talking about here. Like everybody who's a parent, yeah, it's a toddler, absolutely. Like everybody has gone through this who's a parent of a young kid. Like they will stomp their foot, scream, and you will think like when you're a young parent especially, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm hurting them. Oh my God. DB.
Lucky.
We knew that, DB. Yeah. Yeah. And then you realize like if you just hold out long enough and tire them out a little bit, they'll do this. They'll stop and then kind of look at you. And that's like that's your Kaiser Soze moment as a parent. You're like, it was an illusion all along. Who are you? You mean you were just lying to me? It's just so funny. Yeah, any woman who hasn't custody of their kids is a major red flag. Yeah, when the court will literally give it, I mean, unless you are like probably like a legit heroin addict, they will not give the kid to you. But I mean, pretty much anything other than that, the court will be like, yeah, but she's the mother.
Right.
The version on the vehicle?
She'll have at least partial custody.
Yeah.
But not seeing her child for 3 weeks, that's telling.
Yeah. Yeah, that is saying something.
I think so.
She's not even that good looking. I mean, maybe, she's probably been through the ringer probably a little bit of life, but she's not even. Yeah, you can just tell this is a woman who was vaguely good looking when she was on the pole, like maybe 12, 13 years ago. And she's just done now, just played out. Just can't. And I love that they can't get that. Like men aren't buying it. To these cops, you're just a screaming middle-aged woman.
What's your first name?
Ashley in auto groups who I just divorced. Ashley! With 2 E's! Can I get...
Yeah, there it is. The anger's coming out. The demon is coming. Bring in the priest. You're gonna need an exorcism in a few minutes.
Out of here!
Stop screaming.
Can I stand up? I'm having an anxiety attack.
Making a scene.
I am making a scene. This is my neighborhood. I'm a Snow Isle resident. I live in a $3 million house. And these assholes. No, you did not.
Back in the car now. Back in the car.
You can't see this cop now. I guarantee you he has the biggest smile on his face ever. I guarantee you he's got a smile on his face. Only thing in her favor.
Yes.
It's the only thing. If she's going to court, that should be her defense. I'm profoundly guilty on all charges, but I wish to say I was wearing a Def Leppard t-shirt.
Never mind my $3 million house.
Yeah.
Look at my shirt.
Yeah.
God.
It's like getting dark. It's like it started in like broad daylight, and it's like getting dark. You just hear the cop.
What's going to be in there?
Can I call my attorney? Can I call my attorney?
Can I call? Oh, I thought she was saying, "Can I go on a journey?" I think she was saying, "Can I call my attorney?"
Yeah,
okay, all right.
Said that first as well.
It's like, "Can she go on a journey?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" That's an odd request, but I'll give you points for creativity there. DB $2. Man, that last 5 minutes as a cop, yeah. Like Harvey Keitel in Bad Lieutenant would be like the cop of the year compared to yeah. I'd be like those bad cops in like Magnum Force. You know, the ones that would just pull guys over, like pimps over, and then just blast them.
Not right now.
I have an attorney though. I need to call them. I have the right to talk to them.
You're not being questioned at this time.
I have a right to talk to my attorney. Right?
My license is good.
Never, Patty. Never.
Valid license.
Please, let me out. Please, he's in my phone. You can call him for me. Please.
I need you to calm down.
I need to call my attorney though. Please, I need help. Please.
Just see the attorney. All right, you did what? Oh, please tell me you didn't do. Oh my God, you did that too?
Looks like you have to sign over your $3 million house to me.
Yeah. You want out of this? Or more likely, I will not be providing you counsel in the future. Here is the name of a few attorneys you can call. Best of luck to you.
I have the right to have my attorney. Right? I have the right to speak with my attorney.
So hear me
to
out.
Represent me.
Are you going to allow me to explain to you? Okay. Your charges are this. As of now, there may be more. Fleeing and looting.
There will be more. I like how he just called me. There will be more.
Hit and run because you hit a stop sign. Reckless driving and obstruction. All right. Those are your charges. All right. I would love to talk to you about it. All right. If you would like your attorney present, then I cannot talk to you about it. Would you like that, your attorney?
That's it. I think there was a part 2. I could not find it right away. So, I'll tell you what.
I don't relish the aches and pains and stuff like that that most people have to deal with. But I love when people get what they're asking for.
Let's face it. There's something refreshing about seeing a woman like that getting it too. I mean, a woman who, even now, would probably not give you the time of day because she would think you're like so beneath her.
Right.
Just to see someone like that getting what they deserve.
Yeah, she's so beneath me. That's why I want her.
Well, yeah. That way, yeah. All right.
When you go to the court back in the day, I think it's a lot better now in regards to divorces and children and stuff like that. But back some years ago when I was involved with that, I walked in the office and I was a dude and I was guilty.
Yeah. You told us your arrest story. Maybe someday we'll retell it.
This has to do with my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Going down to support court and stuff like that.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
There's nothing I could do.
Mm-hmm.
I did everything I could. So it certainly changed, but it's kind of good to see a woman getting what she deserves. Yeah. It sucks to say, but it's the truth.
For sure. Yep. Thank you, Nixit. Thanks to all of you guys.
Absolutely.
Yep. Sorry, I can't. I gotta kind of run the show. It's hard enough just to keep up with the super chats because you guys are so generous, So yeah, I do have the chats, as you can see there on screen. I do see them. I do chuckle, but honestly, the stream would be 5 hours long if I addressed every comment that I wanted to. So just want to let you know I see you. You are seen by me.
Hey!
Oh, you. Capiche? Understand? Okay.
The mouse does a better job than me.
You were okay. No, you were good. You were really good at zeroing him out. Like, obviously he does it more, so he's quicker on the draw. But after a while you got the hand, and then you were good at like zeroing him out, like because you do have to do it twice, or they'll just stack up on when you go back to that scene in OBS. Yeah, and sorry about the OBS trouble earlier. It seems like I don't know if maybe my system was getting swamped by something. Maybe I got to put in some RAM or something. I don't know. Yep. It does. Yeah, Bash. Yeah. Yep. Point of the stream, Daggerheart sucks. Awful. Can't wait to double dip. Did a great stream on it. You guys were great. And now I'm going to do a video on it where I'll just kind of put these thoughts together, and we'll do it that way. And people will know that this game is shit. Hammered shit. All right. Any benediction there, Rogan?
No, these guys are awesome. They're too funny and too fast for me. Mouse has it, but they're all bringing it.
Always do.
Then Daggerheart, I think it certainly deserves a more in-depth video because it is crap.
I wonder if they meant it like we're gonna put a dagger in the heart of D&D.
By filling it with what? Decks of cards, tokens, or chips, and
like all the spells are on cards too, like that I think you get with the game. I don't know, just it seems so. It tried to be so slick, and it just ended up being like, to my mind, I don't know how anybody could play this awful, clunky mess.
No,
it's a clunky mess.
And like you said, there's no, just no matter how long you play it, it's not intuitive, like you said.
Yep. Yeah. Pour one out for Crazy Mouse. He's just just family obligation tonight. Just had a family obligation. Of course, we miss him as always, just like we miss Rogan when he's not here. Always on Wednesdays, always at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless I say something different, I will. You'll see it broadcast far and wide. If we either have to miss a stream or it's at a different time. But yeah. Yep. Thank you for having the back there, Badger. Yeah. Spells on cards. It is. I like it as an addition. It seems like it's sort of like it's kind of expected in this game. And the cards themselves, I don't know. They just kind of have that slick color art to them that just soulless, completely soulless, just like the rest of the game. Alrighty, yeah. Rogan loves Carters. Yeah, I saw you saw that one. Yeah, my Carters. Yeah. Yep. All right, guys. Let you go. Thank you all for tuning in for Rogan and the absent Crazy Mouse.
Absolutely.
Like I said, thank you for bearing with a couple of technical difficulties, but I think they were pretty minor and good stream overall. So we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week for sure, and look for a video. I'll be working on that Daggerheart video. Ooh, I love it. All right, I'll get you something, guys.
Good night,
coming
everybody.
out here. Yep. For Rogan and the absent Crazy Mouse, this is Double D saying goodbye.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
So right now we have Hillary's about a 75 or an 80% favorite. We have different versions of the forecast you can look at.
The poll has Hillary Clinton up by double digits nationally, 12 points, 50-38, a four-way race.
Clinton leading in Florida, Clinton leading in North Carolina, Clinton leading in Ohio, Clinton leading in Nevada. I could go on and on and on.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
We have a major projection right now. Donald Trump will take Ohio. And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida. Huge win for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we project, will win in Kentucky, in Indiana, with its 11 electoral votes. West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, North Dakota, with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, North Carolina, Georgia, Iowa, Utah, Wisconsin, Arizona, Kansas, with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes.
Sorry to keep you waiting, complicated business.